What's going on, folks? TJ Lauerman, aka That Sports Gamer here. Super excited to bring you the beta episode of Bullpen Banter with myself, TJ Lauerman, aka That Sports Gamer, and Chris, aka Millennium, who is hopefully gonna unmute his mic.
I
and
unmute
start
all the time. What's going on, guys?
I am very excited. I hope the chat can hear you. I assume they can because this worked last time. Hopefully, we're not talking over each other or anything. But I'm very excited to take on this challenge with you,
I swear never to talk over you. I do not promise any dog activity to be muted.
Also, you have weather issues right now that we might need to worry about, but I'm very excited.
That doesn't stop me from whooping up on that tail. It's okay.
Sure. Obviously, this is my Twitch channel, so I assume you guys know who I am. I am That Sports Gamer, writer for Hit the Pass, baseball community manager for Out of the Park Developments, YouTuber, streamer, gamer, father extraordinaire. I'm lots of things. Chris, tell us a little bit about
you
yourself.
forgot top-rated PC game on Metacritic, Out of the Park Baseball. Don't forget that.
Yes, I am the top.
No, I'm talking about for Out of the Park. But that being said, I am the... What do I do? I form admin for Operation Sports, altogether mouthpiece for Operation Sports. Pretty much, if Steve Noah's not saying it, I will. So that's what he has me around for. Wow. Essentially, like leaving a little dog on the leash, and once in a while he lets me get a little looser. But that's about it.
Well, I brought you here to tighten that leash, so we can talk about MLB The Show. Are you loving it? I
love MLB The Show. Like, this is like my time of year. Baseball's on, and yeah, there's a couple other sports and playoffs which fill the time around the baseball. But baseball is my one true love, and MLB The Show is what I look forward to every year.
Yeah, this is the best time of the year. I'm playing the show. I'm playing Out of the Park. I'm playing MLB Manager when I'm going to the bathroom. It's just a great time to be alive.
Absolutely. You're playing MLB Manager in the bathroom? I have not tried that. You know what? That's the move. I got to do that.
Where else would you play a mobile game? It's either that or Plants vs. Zombies. And I'm kind of stuck in Plants vs. Zombies, so... MLB Manager.
You got to get yourself a games case. I'm not going to lie. I have played just to see what it was like with my games case in my bathroom. So...
Problem is, I don't have the toilet sink like across from each other. My sink is next to the toilet, so it would be a hard setup. I might have to put it in like the shower.
Believe me, it's better after a 9-inning game. Your legs are pretty much asleep anyway. So,
well, that's good. It's funny. I've actually posted the picture of how I set up my parents' bathroom because my parents live near my day job, so I go there at lunch and I bring a folding table into their bathroom, set up the laptop in there, and just get some work done.
Great, that's amazing. So,
rather than bathroom humor, we're here to talk about MLB The Show. Chris, what have you been up to in the
game in the last week, I have pretty much upgraded my team significantly. I attempt to be Team No Money. I did throw $50 at the game to get some stubs because I had to have Manny Machado. But past
Team No Money is like team
yeah. I mean, it's a great way to play, and it will definitely get more longevity out of the mode for Diamond Dynasty. But I had to have Manny, and I really wanted the 90 Markakis, so the only way to do that would be get the Manny Machado. So I now have Manny playing third base for me. I have the 90 rated Nick Markakis because I'm a defense first guy in right field. But right after that,
and we all know Nick Markakis.
Well, Nick Markakis,
or at least for power,
he can give me 8-9 pitches in at bat, which is what I need. And actually, the 90 Markakis has sneaky good power. It's like he's got like 60 or 70 against righties. So, but immediately after that, I grinded the innings to get the 87 Machado, which you can't use. I found out you cannot use duplicates, different players. So, like I have the 94 and the 87 Machado. I was going to play whole left side, but you can't use them. Just tip for anyone that doesn't know about that. And then immediately,
well. The good news is, with J.J. Hardy getting hurt in real life, there is word that the Orioles might move Machado over to short, which could mean his regular Diamond Dynasty card
and
over there.
Yeah,
which would be pretty
Machado
awesome.
again, especially with guys like Arenado and some of the real big, like Mike Schmidt, some of the real big power guys at third base, to get that kind of power and contact and hitting overall with Machado's arm at shortstop is amazing.
Yeah, I would say right now, if you're not really dipping into legends, there's not really a great superstar shortstop to go.
Absolutely, and even I have the Ozzie Smith because the Cardinals innings grind was really easily done with 600 innings. So, but even Ozzie Smith doesn't have a great amount of hitting. He's a great shortstop, but I could put Andrelton Simmons there and be poor man's Ozzie Smith very easily. So,
Yeah, Anderson has a cannon, and he's got good contact. So I'm a fan of his, but I just haven't used him that
yeah,
much this year.
the high contact, high vision guys. I think you and I both agree with that. Anything that you can get constant contact and not strike out, and then eventually have a pitch down the middle.
Yeah. So I've been playing. I finished Conquest a couple weeks ago. Wow, the game's only been out for a couple weeks, and I feel like we're already so far in. Finished Conquest. Upset that I can't go in there and keep playing more with a real goal in mind, other than just grinding out innings, because I would like some sort of reward for doing it a second time, or maybe in like a specific amount of moves. That's not going to happen. So I have been just grinding the head-to-head leaderboards. What am I up to? 1681 in rating right now. That's been good. Played a game against the Carl Dude.
Oh wow! Yeah,
If you're on Twitter, make sure you're following
big time
Carl
streamer.
Dude. We battled. First off, his team is loaded. I'm pretty sure he's got all the cards in the game. Little unfair. And we didn't go any stipulations. We just went heads up. He was beating me 7-5, and then I'm making a comeback, and then the game goes
Blue screen.
I'm pretty sure he put in the call to someone at San Diego to make that game end, because
Shout out Ramon. I'm gonna need this game done.
But yeah, other than that, I've just been working on a little bit of a budget team thing and putting this show together, which I am
Lots
super
of show
excited for.
prep. I know that.
Yeah, I got documents, we got sheets, we got a whole bunch of stuff. So I guess the first thing we're going to jump into is the latest updates to the roster file, which is big if you're playing online in MLB or specifically in Diamond Dynasty. Obviously, as you know, with the inside edge boosts, cards go up and down every day. But the big thing is the overall boosts, which will happen every Monday. So let's take a look at this week's thing. If you guys aren't already using it, make sure you head to daddyleagues.com. You can click the little DD on top, and then you go to attribute changes for the show 16. This will tell you all the cards that have changed overall ratings in the latest roster update. So, Chris, you can't see this, but I'm assuming you should be smart enough to.
You know I'm already there. Favorited.
Yeah, because I don't have it favorited because I just hit new tab and D, and it's like daddyleagues.com slash daddyleagues.com/DD/16. Like, yep, that's where we're going. So, a lot of stuff happening. The whole 90 range got a big mix-up.
And I think this is the first week where they really are the first roster update where they took 2016's ratings or stats into effect. So I think that's where we're seeing a lot of this. And as you said, there are some huge jumps both for top-end players and some of those budget guys you can get into your lineup and hold on your bench. Real big jumps that could be important.
Yeah, and what's funny is they're like a week behind. So you always got to try to remember that. So like you'll notice that Dylan Betances got a +3 jump in his overall. I think he's blown the last 3 saves. Max Scherzer had a great outing last night. Gets a negative.
Right, because they're cutoffs on Thursdays, I believe, even for the rookie rosters. Yeah. So if a rookie debuts on a Friday or Saturday, you won't see him for a week. So yeah, you got to always remember that. And I think when you're predicting, take your stats, take all your game stats when you're predicting, cut them off on Thursday. Use that as your week, and then come back, like you said, and that's where you want to try to flip your cards.
Yep. So the big mover Bryce Harper, actually technically not really a big mover. Bryce Harper goes from a 97 to a 99. We all saw this coming. Sony San Diego has a West Coast bias. That's why Trout's already been a 99 for, what was he, a 99 all last year? And all this
So
year
far,
so
yeah.
far? So yeah, West Coast bias. We all know Bryce Harper, far better player than Mike Trout. He finally gets his 99, which really didn't make a big difference because the last couple of days, I think he's been on IE boosts that have been pushing up to 99.
Yeah, and the big thing is with his base contact going from 75 to 81, and his power versus righties and lefties both going up. I believe his power versus righties went up 8 all the way up to a full 99, and his power versus lefties going from 80 to a 91. That's huge because even though you weren't going to switch Bryce Harper out for a lefty, even more effectiveness lefty versus lefty. When you get through a game.
Yeah, and now with those IE boosts, he's literally unstoppable.
Yeah.
When he goes up. The next big one is Noah Syndergaard going up from an 89 to a 93. We've been seeing this coming for a while. It's funny because somebody asked me a couple days ago, it's like, should I get rid of this Noah Syndergaard? I was like, no, you are out of your mind if you get rid of Noah Syndergaard because he's going to go straight up. And I think right now he's going for like 35 grand. He was going for like, it was like 12 yesterday?
Yeah, I believe him and Matt Harvey completely switched spots with Harvey dropping down out of Diamond and Syndergaard going up. And the crazy thing is, and I know we'll talk about this, there's a Captain's Store Syndergaard right now that you can get for 1,250 tickets if you finished one of the captains. So amazing value if you have the tickets, and pretty easy to get those tickets if you grind the correct way.
Yeah, that's in the David Ortiz Captain Store, which you need players with a fielding of 60
Correct.
or less.
Now, but you can actually grind that. One of the things that I've been doing is like the Jose Altuve store. You can complete,
just grinding
you can grind the tickets there
and
and switch your captain over. So as long as you have, so whatever captain you're selected, you don't get more XP based on the team you're building. You just grind up to 30, and then so you could grind Ortiz up to 30, go earn your tickets in another captain, and then come back to Ortiz and buy Syndergaard.
Right. That's pro level strats right there. Especially since all the good players are under 24, and that's the thing for
even
Altuve,
26.
right?
So I mean, even larger number.
26?
Yeah.
Oh, you get everybody.
Exactly.
You literally get all the good players, and
right.
You're fine. Who else we got? Strasburg jumps from an 87 to a 92.
Very happy about that.
That's a +5. I'm very unhappy about the Adam Wainwright dropping from a 90 to a 85.
You said you killed with Adam Wainwright.
I
can't pitch with him.
I literally just started killing with him 2 days ago. You got to know when to mix in that sinker. His cutter's pretty nasty.
One of my big jumpers, and I know you, I completely, constantly harp on this guy because of my defensive bias. Kevin Kiermaier, who Tampa Bay, we've been waiting for that boost to come up. He didn't get a boost in any of his hitting stats. All of his hitting stats are exactly the same. But what his change happens is he goes from a 79 speed and a 42 steal to an 86 speed and a 58 steal. He already had a 99 arm and a 99 fielding, and I believe it's like an 88 accuracy and reaction.
Whoa, 99 arm strength?
Yes, 99 arm strength. Now, what that does for you is you put him on your bench, and when you're looking for a late game speed threat on the bases, you can put him in and then keep him in, say like if you have a Nelson Cruz in right field or Jose Bautista that you're looking to exit out late in 9-inning Diamond Dynasty games. 3 innings, I don't think he does a lot for you, but the 9-inning Diamond Dynasty games absolutely need that speed, reaction, and arm strength, especially in some of the larger fields like Coors.
I literally just put him on the bench in my team. While we were talking about him, I literally just went over.
Absolutely, you have to have that late inning. Like I said, once you get to the 7th inning and you get trying to get those middle relievers, if you don't have the matchups anymore, if you only have one lefty or you don't like the matchups and you're getting to the middle of the lineup, definitely want to have your best defensive team on the field. Matters so much this year.
And it's funny, I have JD Martinez in a right. Feels like he's got a cannon. He's got 81 arm strength, 83 accuracy.
Martinez has got a great arm.
Kiermaier's going to be... But Kiermaier with 99 arm strength and 88 accuracy, I might just play them... I might just start Kiermaier and take the liability at the plate.
I don't have a problem hitting with him, especially with Kiermaier's vision. His vision's a 68, which isn't elite or in that higher tier level. But a 68 vision, if you go to your contact swing, and I know that's kind of a taboo going to your contact swing when you're down 2 strikes, but when you're playing a 9-inning Diamond Dynasty game, you definitely want to start thinking about that, especially good pitchers who pitch outside the zone, because that vision rating and contact will allow you to hit around your PCI and, again, extended bats waiting for a mistake.
Is there any other big changes you want to talk about? I know Justin Upton took a -3 hit. Zach Greinke takes a hit. A couple other guys.
I'm okay with Greinke. I think Greinke this would be a good time to jump on him when he's out of the diamond, because I think he'll go back up at some point. Upton's on a free fall right now. He was a 90 to start the year, and he's already down to an 85. The only other guy that I think you really should look at this point, and I think he's starting to get some buzz in real life too, is Vince Velasquez of the Philly. Velasquez, yeah, close enough. One of those 3.
I think I've got 4 or 5 of him tucked away.
I think that's a great, especially with his K rate going up. He went up from a 77 bronze to an 80 silver, and got a +5 bump from 77 to 82 in his K over 9, and a 7 bump on his hits over 9. And he got a little extra stamina, so he's in that above 80 stamina. 80 is one of those ratings you really want to go above with your starters for 9 innings. So he's starting to get those ratings where he's going into the silvers, where on his days pitching, his inside edge is going to boost him up. So that's what you want to look for, is those guys that are around like 82, 84. When they get to that point, their inside edges can boost them, especially starting pitchers, up into that 90 range. So...
yeah, there's 2 guys I want to highlight. First off, Madden Tips, welcome to the chat. What's going on? Also, Poppy83DM, you know who that is? That is Daddy League.
Daddy League's is in the house. What's going on? And Farrells? Oh, no.
Yeah, so there's 2 guys I want to call out. This seems to be the first year that they're actually going to give rookies some boosts. I feel like in the past, they've always taken their time with giving rookies little upgrades, and I've been very unhappy with that. Nomar Mazara, I think he just got Player of the Month for April, or Rookie of the Month for April. He gets a +10 boost from a 64 to a 74. Let me actually check out his individual stats. Contact versus right, he's a 72 and a 76 power. That's huge. Even if you're just going to use him in some sort of platoon, because his left versus lefty stats kind of suck. But I'll take 72 and 75. Plus with IE, he's getting +12 on both. That's
his
nasty.
Boosts are going to be amazing, especially hitting in Texas, because I think Inside Edge actually takes into account not only who they're playing against, but who they're pitching against, or where they're playing in terms of fields. Texas being a better hitting field. The other thing is to look at the competition they go up against. A lot of the Seattle pitchers they do well against in terms of Texas, and since he doesn't have a lot of data, they're just going on what he's done in this first month. So.
And the other guy I want to call out is Sung-Won Oh. You may know him as the final boss in St. Louis. I love my foreign players coming over here. He just got a bump. I just forgot what it was. From 65 to 73. He's going to be a reliever with 5 pitches. He's got the fastball, the 4-seam, the slider, the curve, the split, and the 2-seam. So he's got balls breaking every which way but loose. So if you start stocking up on a couple of him, he's going to get a couple more boosts, and he's going to start paying.
The other thing too, if you have a budget team, you throw him in that bullpen. He's got his fastball is at 92. His curveball is at 72. A 20-mile-an-hour difference against a human player on a changeup or a curveball makes so much difference. You see that curveball coming up above the zone, and it's going to catch the bottom at a 72-mile-an-hour curveball, and human hitters are not ready for that.
So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for Ken Giles. Took a little hit. I was actually kind of liking him, but I think he's gonna fall out of my bullpen.
Kendrys Morales cannot play in the field for me. He can be a DH, or he can be a pinch hitter for me, but there's no way I'm putting Kendrys. You're talking about Kendrys Morales for the first baseman of the Royals, right?
Nope, I said Ken Giles.
Ken Giles. Sorry, I'm talking about Kendrys Morales, who I'm going to talk about later when we talk about defensive players that you don't want on your freaking team.
Yeah, so I think that's going to do it for Ken Giles. Took a little hit. I was actually kind of liking him, but I think he's going to fall out of my bullpen right now.
Kendrys Morales, who I'm going to talk about later when we talk about defensive players that you don't want on your freaking team.
Excellent. Uh, Next up, we want to recap the new stuff in the Captain Store. What's that change? That changes on what?
Sunday night
Sundays?
at 8
At like
o'clock. Well,
noon?
is it noon? I think it's later. I think it's random times. It was weird. One week it was 8 o'clock, and then one week it was like you said, noon. So whatever time it is, it's always on Sundays.
Yeah. You know what? All the cards change at different times. I only really worry about the 30 rank card, but
This week, though, there is one card in the second highest rank that you want to look at, especially budget squads or something for the future, possibly.
yeah, I just feel like for the budget squad, those cards you're not going to be spending a lot of stubs on. But I feel like using 325 tickets on some of them is kind of like a lot.
Yeah, I can see that. Especially with the one I'm talking about is, well, I'll just go into it, is Michael Waka, who is a 500 stub guy. Or for this in this case, and agreed, they're no sell guys. I just think Waka is going to raise up a little bit, and for guys looking not to spend looking to spend their tickets, not their stubs, and don't have the level 30s unlocked, this might be a guy they would want, and pitches very well above his ratings. So
I think you got to grind out for those level 30s. So let's go into this first. Donaldson. Right now, the level 30 guy is Ian Kinsler. I really don't see Ian Kinsler going up that much from an 85. I mean, he's got great contact. Can I see it if I have it unlocked? Spinnies. Yeah, 74 contact versus righties, 84 versus lefties. Power,
90
but 90
vision.
vision.
Yeah, 88 clutch too. You can put him in the 2 spot late in the game.
Yep. Next up in the DeGrom. As you can see, I have DeGrom and Altuve done. We did not do our share play. That probably.
Oh no, I can. I pretty much know at this point what you have done. We talk so much about the game, so.
So in the DeGrom one, which is jersey numbers of 40 or higher, Trevor Rosenthal is level 30 for 800 tickets.
I think he's selling for like 4,000.
But he's only like 2,000 coins. Is it even that much?
I think he was the last time I checked, but I checked on the weekend, which is the worst time to check in terms of prices. So.
Mm-hmm. It's the best time to buy.
Yeah, but best time to well, on the weekend I was told and I kind of looking at this on the weekend and nighttime is the worst time to buy, but the best time to sell. But during the day on weekdays, apparently it goes down. Do you agree with that?
Well, I would think that there are more people trying to get rid of their stuff on the weekends because they're opening packs.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that way.
We would push the prices lower.
Rosenthal right now sells for 6,450 and buys for 5,600. Yeah.
Wow. I'm surprised.
He's got first of all, he gets the gold boost.
He's good though.
You immediately get a boost up into the thousands when you're a gold. You can see that with someone just went gold and immediately like jump. Oh, I think actually Kiermaier. Kiermaier jumped literally from like 1,000 to like 3,000 just because he went from silver to gold. Yeah, so that's.
I definitely bought my Rosenthal for, I feel like a lot less.
I got my.
If only there was a website like DaddyWins.com.
No well,
that would have that kind of.
Well, and that's the thing is I got my Rosenthal with the opening day packs and everything. So I've had him since the beginning. And he's never come out of my bullpen. He hasn't always closed for me, but he has got his pitch selection. Even though it's only 3, he's got like a 96 mile an hour fastball, and then his changeup curveball combination is deadly if you're pitching it correctly.
Maybe I paid like 4,000 for Rosenthal, but he was definitely cheaper like 2 weeks ago. He's gone up about.
Steel Town saying you pulled the McCutcheon this weekend. Are you talking about the Diamond Live Series McCutcheon, or are you speaking about the what is it, the rookie McCutcheon that's an 89? Yeah, so that's a great pull. I've seen some of those diamond pulls and get really jealous. So.
I still have I pulled a diamond? No. Oh no, I pulled
that's right. You did pull Mad Bum.
Best pull. In the Altuve store, as you said, Waka going for 500 tickets. Beast mode Garrett Cole is kind of awesome. He's going for 1,250 tickets. I've been using him in my rotation. I've actually been playing him in my rotation over Gaylord Perry because I don't like Gaylord Perry.
I actually purchased this Garrett Cole specifically because of because I had the Altuve up to 30, I think like two weeks ago. But specifically on your recommendation, I got the Garrett Cole. So he might be in the rotation tonight. Who knows?
Yeah, I've been liking him a lot. He's got 5 good pitches. Solid. I feel like he's a little tricky to get the timing down if you're using meter. But
we'll talk about settings later.
Yeah. In the Rizzo store, Chris Bryant is your gold. Raciel Iglesias is your level 20 guy.
Iglesias.
I like Chris Bryant. How do I feel about him? I like him. I don't know. I feel like he's been playing less and less. He's been getting more negative IE hits, I feel like.
Yeah,
recently.
the other thing I like about Bryant is the fact that he can play the outfield. As crazy as that sounds, but at 67 speed, his fielding isn't terrible to possibly play left field in a pinch. It's just one extra spot on the bench you might be able to get rid of. So I think he got.
Yeah, good.
I think he's got a little bit of extra value there. I agree his inside edges have gone down, especially with the hamstring injury. Like you said, he hasn't been playing. I do like the Raziel Iglesias too. But again, stubs versus tickets. So
yeah. Brian's got 71 fielding at third. What did we say? It was like a 5% hit?
Yes, 5% hit for secondary position, and then if you put him in a position that's not secondary, it is a larger hit dependent upon where you put him. So like a shortstop going to second base, the hit isn't as large as like a shortstop going to like catcher.
92 durability, 90 discipline is good, 76 clutch. He's a decent player. He could play center field for you if you really wanted to. I don't know if you want to, but if you're going for a weird, some weird chemistry,
always scares me is the vision. That 28 vision, just he's got a great contact number, but that always worries me with the low vision guys.
Yeah, all about high vision.
Yep,
you know how it is. Next up, Derek Hosmer, Captain Store. Hunter Strickland is the 20 rank, and Steven Strasburg is the 30 rank. Strasburg, what would you say, from an 87
92.
to 92? That's pretty good. Augman97 in the chat wants to know if we can say what we said about playing secondary positions. Yeah, so if you have, like, if you play third base, or in the case of Chris Bryant, if you play third base and your secondary positions are left field, center field, and right field, you're going to take a 5% hit going to one of those outfield positions with him. And there will be hits if he moves from third base to any other infield position. But I guess if he moved from third to first, it would be not too bad. But if you move from like third to catcher,
correct. Going third to shortstop and second base is a larger hit than going third to first, or third to catcher would be a huge hit. So,
yeah. Strasburg for 950. I think that's kind of a steal right now. I really wish I was doing.
Yep. If you don't already own it, I just finished the Hosmer because I was grinding to try to get to Correa and didn't get it in time. So, but the Strasburg, I can tell you from experience, the two-seam fastball has a ton of break, which I wasn't expecting. The curveball is still arcade. It's still an arcade curveball that he can pull out. And what the crazy thing is his slider is sneaky good because you're looking for that curveball fastball, and he pulls the slider out, and all of a sudden you're swinging at something you think that's 3 feet outside. So
it's funny. He matches up very well with the level 30 in the David Ortiz pack. Which is the Noah Syndergaard. I think the only real difference between Strasburg and Syndergaard right now, Strasburg's slider is a bit.
Yeah, that.
But other than that, they're pretty.
Thor's hammer coming in at 93 miles an hour is amazing.
Right. Yeah. And also Shelby Miller in there. He's a good pickup. I like his windup, but I think he just took a hit, so 440 stubs seems like a lot to pay for him, so I definitely wouldn't recommend.
Scrub, just a heads up, Donaldson's is Ian Kinsler if you missed it. That's the level 30.
Ian Kinsler. So, why have I been signed out of my Google Docs? That is a good question. And the problem with that being the Google Docs.
No, well, the last one, yeah, the big one.
What?
No, the big one for Ortiz. I mean, this is the first time I've seen.
That's what we just.
I know,
about
but it's worth mentioning a second time. The fact that there is a.
It's the first time for a diamond.
That's what I mean.
Though, technically, when he went
he went in as a gold, and they put him into a diamond, and you have to think so. for me, it's the developers. The other thing I'm thinking about is how the developers are choosing the players that are going into this. Because remember, last week was Hosmer. The first week was Altuve was a big one. Now Ortiz has got one. You have to think they're starting to cycle them around, right?
Mm-hmm. It's funny. The Syndergaard and the Garrett Cole are going for the same price in stubs. Not in stubs. In tickets.
Insane.
$1,250. Kind of wish I had that.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
He was on my short list of guys to buy recently, and
you got to grind that Ortiz, baby.
I think that's gonna be next after I finish this Rizzo. Question from the chat, Steeltown 1976. He just started Diamond Dynasty this weekend. What's the best way to do Conquest?
Conquest. You take your shot first. Yeah.
I say get to places and then load up so you can play them on like Rookie. That's my cheap way. So like if you look right now, I just started a new one for no apparent reason other than to try to grind some innings. Assuming this loads up quick. So I came right at Colorado real quick. Then I could have played the Stronghold, but I didn't. I chose not to. Why? Because I took one of their little spots. Now the next one in the capture, I'm going to take a bunch of people out of their Stronghold, then come in, hopefully play them on like Rookie and destroy them. That's kind of my plan. That's kind of how I did the first time too, was just try to go into the Strongholds playing on All-Star, trying to go in on All-Star or better to beat up the Strongholds.
Yep, that's pretty much what I did, was circle around, get as many spots as I could, because the more space you take up on the map, the more reinforcements you get. I skipped over the capture phase every time. I didn't feel like it was anything. And then...
Oh, no, I did that. I felt that capture phase was huge. If you can knock off 6 million or 5 or 6 million.
Well, yeah, that's for early, but at some point...
Or 4 or 5, 3. I usually played on like Hall of Fame or Legend. I was willing to risk it.
And I was able. The Hall of Fame, I don't have a problem with. My problem with, I didn't think the time invested worked out. Yeah, I still think you could probably simming, or if you skip through that. And I also don't play anything except the Strongholds. Like I sim everything else besides the Strongholds. But I will say it's a great way to grind to get rewards if you play everything and don't mind playing it out.
Yeah, that's how I got a lot of the. That's how I got a lot of the coin, just to do, because I've done all the silver, the 25 mana rewards, and I did that essentially just with the coin I've earned from doing capture. So next up, we're going to talk about our settings. Can I even see the settings in here, or do I have to get out of here?
You have to get out. You have to go into the main menu and then over to options.
Options, user settings. I'm an experienced player. Yeah, I mean, you're not looking at this, but I'll just read them off. So for batting and base running, hitting difficulty, I use dynamic. Doesn't really matter because when you're going to play online, you're going to be playing All-Star. But dynamic's more just for my road to the show and franchises that I like to do. Hitting interface, the number one thing of contention. I go zone. I feel zone is the best way.
I agree.
I mean, there's pure analog if you're crazy. There's what's there? Is there timing? Is timing still a thing?
Directional is essentially timing. You do not have to use the directional stick, but it will.
I like directional, but I feel like it's a crutch to eventually moving to zone.
If you use directional, I look down on you. I'm sorry. It's the way it works for me. It's unfortunate.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I played against Pasta Padre, and I beat him. And then he ended up putting up some highlights, and I found out that he was using directional, and I was like, I don't know what you're doing. I'm never playing you again because this is ridiculous. But yeah, I understand directional. If you're new to the game, it's good to get your feet wet. But I think if you're gonna want to take your game to the next level, I think you have to go to zone.
Agreed. And
this is like if you were playing Madden and you user the D line, I feel like that's using directional.
I can see that. I can absolutely see that.
If you want to take it to the next level, you got to be a linebacker. You got to be a safety.
That's a great analogy because if you play D line, you might get to the quarterback a little quicker, but you're not going to be able to cover 4 verts. You're just not going to be able to cover it. So,
yeah, and if you use directional, yes, you might get the inside pitch, but you might pop it up. You might hit it on the ground. With zone, you have so much more precision that you can pretty
Well,
much
and the
do
other thing
anything
with directional, and I'm not sure how many people know this, but directional has a smaller timing window than zone does. So and what I mean by timing window is when you get your feedback and it says good swing or good timing or good contact. So if you're looking inside and you swing, you have to be more in tune with the right time to get a good contact on that than you do a zone. So
Interesting. I literally did not know that because I don't use.
Yeah, well, they put a whole post up on the forums in terms of what the difference was, and like analog, the boost to analog is you have a larger timing window with analog. So that's why a lot of people last year were using analog as quote unquote timing because you didn't have to push which way.
Right, you
exactly. And then this year they added stride back in and they changed the timing windows to where you have to push analog to the left or the right now for inside and outside.
Yeah, so for button type I just use buttons, or for input type I use buttons. None of this analog stuff. I got over analog a long time ago. I liked it in like All-Star Baseball 2K6. I was a big fan of the analog swing then, I think. Not anymore. I'm all buttons now. Analog type, I have it on flick, but I don't use it. Plate coverage indicator. I mean, you could turn it off. That seems like a terrible idea.
I actually play with it off.
Right?
And you knew I was going to say it too, but unfortunately, like for me, and this is solely on me, the PCI gets in my way. Like it distracts me. Yeah, really? Absolutely. I turned it on during one of my streams when we were doing pre-release because people wanted to see the different ones because there's like reticle and wedge. And I have my own wedge, by the way, because it shows up differently on the feedback as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm a reticle guy. Sometimes I'll use buckshot. What's funny is I use buckshot in Pro Baseball Spirits, the Japanese baseball game. And they have reticle, but I use buckshot there, which is weird.
I think buckshot...
Wedge seems more realistic because you kind of get like
right,
the bat
exactly.
shape, right?
The bat shape where it's larger on the outside and smaller on the inside. But buckshot, I think, gives you a more accurate representation of how the game works. To where the center of the buckshot is where you get your good contact from, and the more sparse the buckshot gets, the less good contact you get with a hit.
You know what? I might go to buckshot. I'm gonna leave the setting on. We'll see what happens.
As Millennium fixes all of TJ's settings to his liking before the game.
No, definitely not doing that. But I'm going to try this buckshot. I kind of want to go wedge because now that I'm thinking about it, I have used wedge also in Pro Baseball Spirits. We'll go with buckshot. Now, see, buckshot I feel like gets in the way because there's a lot of...
PlayStation Show, I want to respond to that. In the chat, PlayStation Show says that directional is a crutch, but PCI on isn't. What I have to respond to that with is directional is still a timing hitting mode to where you don't even have to push inside, outside, up or down. Whereas having the PCI on, you still have to aim the PCI. You still have to have those stick skills to be able to go up, down, left, and right with it. So
I also don't trust if I don't see the PCI. Because I'll be like, I feel like I'm swinging low and in. But apparently the PCI wasn't there. So I like to have it there so that I know the game is doing what I'm doing.
And also, legit, Goat, the best tip I can have is what Jay Young just put in the chat. 2 strikes, look for pitches in specific areas before you get 2 strikes. When you get to 2 strikes, use your contact swing and just fend off until you get a good pitch.
Yeah, we all know I only look low and in.
Yes, TJ, you need to put that video up more often because online, especially against humans. So TJ made a video last year on sitting low and in. And it was a great video for playing humans.
Yeah, let me see if I can... Was that last year?
That was MLB 15. It was... so, I'll give you while he's looking for it, I'll give you the kind of the crux of what it was most users in MLB look to throw the ball low. They believe that if they throw the ball low, that they will get ground balls. Especially a lot of them like to throw low and away because, again, they seem to think that if they throw low and away, you're just going to roll over it. TJ has figured out that if you sit low and inside, especially on sliders and off-speed pitches, that
specifically with lefties, because that's where they want to hit. Like in real life, lefties are looking for pitches low and in. Like if you look at Ken Griffey Jr., every highlight of him, for the most part, is him hitting a low and in pitch a mile.
So it's great for that kind of stuff. And you're sitting there, and as long as you have a camera that you can see the difference between a pitch that's too low or a pitch that's on the bottom of the strike zone, you're going to hit balls miles. So
Where is this video? Did I actually end up putting it on my page?
I'm not sure if you put it on your page. I know it was in a couple of chats that I saw once in a while. So
Well, it was in an Operation Sports.
yeah, it was
on hitting. I feel like it might have been MLB 14.
possibly. I remember last year looking at it like 3 or 4 times. So
yes, MLB 14. My hitting strategy.
yeah, did you? I agree. Buckshot's too big for in terms of having a PCI on, but if you're a PCI off player, like I play with PCI off, even though I play with zone, it gives me sometimes a more accurate feedback to when I'm swinging.
Mm-hmm. I just posted the link to the video in the chat, and if you're watching the archive of this, if you're on my YouTube channel, just search for hitting strategy. I hope it would be the first one that comes up, being that's the title of the video. Yeah, mainly look low and in almost all the time, and I could just kind of play from there. Especially that's why I like using guys with the big vision and the big PCI. Because if you look low and in, you can get to pretty much everything. Even if you screw up, you can still hit some. You can still foul off something. Up and out, which I think that's a huge thing. People need to learn how to take pitches and foul things off. Like if you're looking low and in, and you swing at something high and away, you're probably going to hit a pop-up.
Exactly.
So you kind of don't want to hit it square. You want to just hit it straight back, which is very.
And absolutely remember that if you're looking low, like you said, you can take a strike. You're allowed to take a strike.
Hell, yeah, take two if you really want. What do we got? Hitting view is offset. I'm assuming
I'm a fisheye guy. Fisheye gives a little bit of an offset, but I was able to read pitches better this year on fisheye. It's going to be different for every person. I think that's the most important thing, is to give it 2 or 3 games if you change it before you just start randomly changing again.
Yeah, I usually try to give it like 1 or 2 games. I actually just kind of picked offset to start the season, and I haven't had really any problems, so I've kind of stuck with it. Last year, I really didn't like any of the cameras. I feel like either I couldn't read I couldn't read the speed of fastballs, or I couldn't read the break of breaking balls, depending on what camera I was on. I feel like there was always something I couldn't.
I think I was on catcher 3 by the end of the year, specifically because of that. I said, you know what? Instead of just reading the fastball, I'm going to read the initial angle and know if it's a ball or strike and go from there.
Yeah. Yeah, at some point, I think I ended up on catcher 3 as well. In play view offense, dynamic, sure. Ball trail, daytime only. Is that a thing? Should I put that on all?
That wasn't working, I believe, in Road to the Show and a couple other modes. I play broadcast in play view for both when I'm playing defense and offense. I think that's the harder view, by the way. So I do not suggest playing broadcast. I suggest either playing on medium or like you have it, dynamic.
Guest pitch off. I think I had it on default, but
no, guest pitch off. No guest pitch.
Guest pitch. It's another guest pitch, like directional hitting, like some would say the plate coverage indicator. These are just crutches. If you're gonna to be real good, you need to turn guest pitch off. Granted, if you guess low and in, and you get one of them, that kind of helps you a little bit. But if you get neither, I already know that you're already lost.
Well,
like if you're guessing low and in fastball and you get neither of those, you probably have no idea.
Well, and the other problem with that is, and I don't think people understand this, if you guess wrong on either one of them, you get a penalty to your contact and your power. If you guess wrong on the pitch and if you guess wrong on both, it's actually a pretty large penalty for that matter. But if you guess right on one and wrong on the other, you still get a penalty. They do not cancel each other out.
Next up, we're going to go over to pitching. I use dynamic difficulty for pitching. Again, if you're going to play online, I think it's always all-star. This is more for Road to the Show, franchise, and that kind of stuff.
I would say if you're...
This year...
just a heads up, just real quick, offline. If you can get your way up to Hall of Fame, which I'm pretty sure is dynamic difficulty you get to anyway, if you get up to Hall of Fame, it will help you online because the pitching on Hall of Fame is a little faster. So you're more ready for it online when you get in.
Pitching interface meter. I just switched this year out of Pulse. I've been using Pulse for the last couple years since they put it into the game. I was like, this is in. This is what they want me to use, right? And especially with the lag online, I felt like trying to use meter prior to I didn't use last year, or I didn't use meter last year, but prior to that, when online was absolutely god awful, using Pulse was a lot easier because you only have to hit it once. So yeah, but now I came back to meter since online seems to be functional and pretty good most of the time.
What's funny? Yeah, well, what's funny is, and first of all, even with the server issues they've had, lag has been really, really good this year in terms of just gameplay, I think. So, but I went the exact opposite way of you. I used meter last year, and now I use Pulse. I will say that I think I'm in the minority, and using meter is better if for online because you're more accurate. Your ratings, it goes in terms of having the pitcher's ratings as opposed to the user input. It goes from classic to Pulse to meter to analog. So by analog, you have the most user input. So your control ratings don't matter as much. So
with classic, your control rating is what governs how close you are to
your control rating and the control of the pitch. And there's been back and forth over this between Cardinal Bird and I as to whether BB over 9 has anything to do with it. I think it has minimal effect. He thinks it affects gameplay. We're going to try to get a corner developer at some point and get an answer on that. So we think that has possibly has a part to do with it too.
Yeah. My problem with Pulse was I always felt like the pitch should end up somewhere inside the pulse, and it never, for the majority of the time, it wouldn't if it was bad.
I agree with that. I agree that should be the way it happens, and I understand why they didn't, because when they're thinking of Pulse, I don't think they're thinking of online players. I think they're thinking of franchise players that want more user input than classic. Yeah,
classic. But I always felt let down when I would have a good pitcher. I would hit Pulse in the best spot, and it wouldn't
right
be
there. Yep.
Right where I aimed it. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we would go classic, Pulse, and then I don't like the whole pure analog thing. I liked it. I like what they did in the 2K9, like MLB 2K9.
Sort of curveball weird.
They had their how they did their pure analog stuff. This load and fire pitching straight out of NCAA baseball, like 06. Not really.
Yeah, I don't like it myself either. I will say that people that learn it have an advantage over everybody else online because, like I said, it takes the most user input and the least amount of player rating. So,
right. Pitching view, I use outfield. I used to use broadcast. But some stadiums I didn't like it, so I always just stuck with it.
I love
also a big proponent of pitching from behind the pitcher,
yes,
because you see the real break, not the kind of it's hard for me to wrap my head around the break looking at it from behind the plate, because in real life, like in high school and stuff, I was a pitcher, so I can realize that, but I didn't catch after little league, so I'm not used to pitches looking like that. Also, huge fan of the pitch trail.
I love to pitch from broadcast view when I'm offline, but when I'm online, I have to go back to fisheye because one major thing that has not been in the last 2 years, you can't look back at second base.
Someone was just telling me, L1.
L1? Oh, no. Well, L1 will actually step off the mound so you can see behind you, but you can't hold L2 and look back at second base like you can offline.
Someone was literally just telling me something yesterday. Let me.
If that's wrong, I mean, I know you can still L2 and R2 deke, but I don't believe you can look back at all. If it's L1, because the only thing I know of L1 is to step off the mound. So, if that's the case, then. But also, I am a classic fade guy in terms of the ball. I like the trail, but I feel more accurate with the other one for some reason, which is crazy considering you're not supposed to. Are L2 and the right stick down MVP? Is that true? If that's true,
I have heard L2. That's what I was looking up. I've heard
L2 absolutely makes you look at whatever base offline. Not online. L2 makes you look at whatever base you're supposed to. If L2 and right stick is down, you absolutely will have just saved broadcast pitching view for me online.
So what are these classic fades and stuff?
Oh, classic fade is just the ball. It's just the ball marker instead of the trail. So the only problem with pulse pitching is if you do classic fade, the pulse follows it around. So again, online that's good, but like offline, I like to have a little more challenge. So I'd rather have the pulse just stay in the middle like it does when you turn the ball marker off. So
all right, pitching advanced stuff, pitch delay and API.
That's just offline stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Fielding buttons with accuracy. Come on, guys. If you're not using buttons with accuracy, I feel like you just.
I use buttons with accuracy online, but I actually have been using just buttons because I got tired of not seeing the animations of the game. I really enjoy watching some of the stuff they do, and looking at the meter every time really bugs me. So.
No, you gotta look at that meter. You gotta make sure you get that.
That's what I mean.
I don't. Again, like with what was all the stuff? Like with directional hitting and hitting X, I feel like I don't trust those enough to just do it. So I feel like I need that meter to make sure. Like if I hit X and the guy makes a wild throw, I feel I'm mad. That's like in Madden when a guy gets a false start. And like I did nothing to make that happen. I hit X to throw the ball to the first base, or I hit circle to throw the ball to first base, and he's going to throw it away for no apparent reason? No, I want to hit the meter. No, I made a solid throw.
And I think as this show goes on, I think that's the separation you and I are going to see, because I'm primarily an offline gamer with some Diamond Dynasty love, and you're primarily a Diamond Dynasty gamer with some franchise love.
More road to the show than franchise, but I'm trying to get back to franchise.
Yeah, but again, offline, you're looking at an offline mode. So. And that's why I use buttons without accuracy. Like I said, I like to see the beauty in the game, all the new animations, especially the double play animations. So gorgeous.
You know what? I don't want to see the beauty. I don't want to see a plastic bag floating around in the outfield. I want to see solid throws getting people out. I want to see results. I don't want to see beauty.
I agree that online you are correct. You should be using meter in some type for pitching and for fielding.
You know what? I think I just figured out all my problems right here. Throwing meter on, throwing difficulty, all-star. I think I just figured out all my problems right here. Fielding decision. Now, I have it set to assist. But on online play, it automatically gets set to assist. Even if I turn it... CPU will automatically field the ball if nobody wants to.
Assist is what you want.
Play. I want it
Can't
off.
Turn it off. Can't turn it off.
Nope. I want it off. This is my problem. This is my problem with having Corey Seager at shortstop. He has a weak arm. This stupid assist thing gets him stuck into animations where he's not going to throw
I'm just telling you. I told you about Corey Seager. You and I have had this conversation so many times. I'm going to take Andrelton Simmons 10 out of 10 times over Corey Seager.
No, because Corey Seager's leading my freaking team in home runs, and I don't know how that's possible.
But are you willing to give up the defense for the home runs?
Yeah. I'll let up that single for the 3-run home run.
So you're more than welcome to go for that then.
In play, view, defense, medium, throwing decision off, throw canceling. I want that
yes, you want to call it throw canceling on so you can get me into the pickle.
So what's that? I just hold it, right?
No, you tap it twice.
Or you can double tap? But if I hold, it'll just keep going through the meter. But I would have to release it at some point. Throw canceling on. Dive button. No, I do not want.
No, you separate that. Otherwise, you'll get. And I've had this happen. You'll get the jump instead of the dive animation, and the ball will just go trickling underneath your legs. Shout out to Rich Grisham in the chat.
Rich Grisham in the chat. Captain Corey as well. I'm a huge fan of that guy. Advanced fielding. Catch position indicator on, defensive shift auto. I know you love doing your defensive shift, so I assume you have that set
anyone
off.
that follows me on Twitter, I have the defensive shift set to manual. You can set them to manual and not touch them, and they will automatically change for you anyway. That's a little pro tip that even if you set the manual, most of the shifts happen if you don't touch them. But as you saw, I think it was Tampa Bay that I did, where I had all the fielders within 30 feet of second base. If you drew a line, yeah.
Ridiculous.
So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. A lot of the extreme shifts that I like to do, like extreme right, but bring the second baseman back into the shift right. So you have 3 fielders actually on the infield dirt of the right side. So I like doing a lot of crazy stuff, and it gets in people's heads. I mean, computers' heads. You've seen the computer try to go the other way when you have a shift on, and you can pitch to them and really do some damage.
All right, let's try to get through this last one. General, strike zone, on. Some people turned it off.
I'm an off guy.
I don't know how I feel. I leave it on just for the heck of it, just so I can be extra mad when they hose me on a call. Hot zones.
I actually turned it off recently because the impact is so small, especially online, that I caught myself throwing to the cold zones even when I was thinking to myself not doing it.
Free pro tip. Leave your hot zones on or on preview, because your opponent online is going to throw to your cold zone. Then you
every
hit a home
time
run because you're in zone with your indicator on your cold zone. It's a home run 100% of the time, most of the time. Warm up relievers, yes.
I think
when on, your pitcher will not be fully warm.
Yeah, no. If you have it off, you don't have to warm guys up. It's for people that don't want to deal with bullpen management.
Show me the dynamic difficulties. I leave that on. I guess leave that on new level. Nah, leave it on progress. Tutorial, turn them on all off unless you really want to see them. Post game autosave. What do they call it in those games where people die and things?
Hardcore
or something like that. Iron Man mode. Iron Man mode. Post game autosave.
Team cap, by the way. No, sorry. Anyway, what?
Post game autosave. You got to leave that on. So you don't go like 100 and so you don't get like 90 home runs with your guy because you just keep quitting games and restarting them. Post game autosave.
Absolutely.
What is all this stuff? Scoreboard. I've never even seen some of these settings. Scoreboard display on, of course. Pitch select display on, yeah, of course. Swing pitch info on. Box off. Look, guys, turn box on.
No,
because nobody online knows what a balk is.
Right, but if you turn balk, my problem is offline. The computer won't balk, so you know.
Yeah, and offline you definitely want to just get through the games. That's quick. Umpire accuracy personalized.
Yeah, personalized is the way.
Because I hate myself.
Personalized, I think, is great because there's actually a thread on OS every year that has each individual umpire and the scouting report on them, which is kind of cool.
Porter Callahan's still in the game?
Porter Callahan.
I hate that guy.
I remember that guy.
Hate that guy. Check swing appeals on. Yeah, of course. Injuries on. Duh. Ejections on. Vibration on. Game log order default. Sure. Yeah, that's it for all those settings. Lots of settings in this game. And it feels like since they started the game in what, 05?
So
05, the first year of the MLB
when it became the show instead of just MLB, yeah.
I think it was 05, yeah. So pretty much every setting they've had since then, they've just added to. Nothing's really been taken out. A couple cameras have been taken out. And that's
one of the great things.
I feel like
that's one of the great things is I don't think, like you said, they make it so that way if you're worried about new settings, they just say, okay, don't use them. Your stuff is still here.
Yeah. So that's our settings wrap up. Next thing we're going to do, each week, we're going to take either a player's team, like one of your teams out there in Diamond Dynasty, or a real MLB team. What we need you guys to do is go over to daddyleagues.com/DD, hit the team builder thing. If you're a MUT player, you're familiar with this kind of thing on MUThead. Daddy Leagues also has a team builder for the show. Go over there, build your team, send us the link to your team, what you want to upgrade, and how much you're looking to spend. That would help us tremendously. We had our buddy Jeff do that. I got his team right
looking
here.
At it too.
So Jeff's been playing. He's been pretty good, building up a real good team so far. He's got the Diamond Bumgardner. He did the Royal set for Saberhagen, Keuchel, Syndergaard, who just took that huge jump he's got. It's funny because he was talking about selling that Syndergaard, and I was like, how about no? Syndergaard's going to go up. Yep. Keep him. He did, and that worked out well for him now. He's also got Johnny Cueto to round out his rotation. His starting infield is Saltalamacchia, Jose Abreu, Cano, Beltre, and Carlos Correa. Pretty legit team. Outfield, Crawford, McCutcheon, and Springer. Bullpen, Herrera, Baez, Strickland, McGee, Britton, Uehara, Andrew Miller, and Wade Davis. Hilariously, I'm thinking about getting McGee, Britton, and Miller for my bullpen just because I feel like I never have enough.
McGee and Britton, I can speak from experience, both dirty lefties.
Upton, Seager, Ugla, Cespedes, and Hosmer on his bench. We know Justin Upton just took a big hit, and we know that I love Corey Seager. I know he's actually had a lot of success with his Ugla.
Yes, he loves his Ugla. I do remember that.
His team is pretty stacked, but he has about 20 to 30,000 stubs, and he's looking at either a new catcher and third base combo, or maybe to go all in on first base. So, I have made some selections that I would like to discuss.
Go right for it.
If you would
I
like
have
to
some
discuss
selections as well.
At the catcher position, this Jared Saltalamacchia, amazing.
Agreed.
Great card against righties.
Lefties do not play him.
Against lefties,
right.
Not so much. So what I'm going to recommend, which is weird because this is going to be another lefty hitter, but he has great stats against lefty pitchers. And he's essentially Saltalamacchia from the other side. Like, he's essentially the exact same card as Saltalamacchia is against righties, but this guy is against lefties. That is the throwback Yasmani Grandal. He's an 81 overall rookie flashback.
Nice. That is the 81 from the San Diego 25-man set, right?
Yeah, so that's probably super
Yes.
cheap. I guess I could probably go look. San Diego. Spelled it wrong. Let's just go Padres. Easier to spell it. It's going to cost you less than 1,000 coins to get that. Now, you could go out and blow a ton of coins on a catcher that you can have start and not worry about lefty-righty matchups. But that's going to cost you a ton. To find a catcher that's really good in both against both, it's going to cost you a ton. You're way better off saving the coin and having a Saltalamacchia Grandal combo.
I agree with that under one protest. Now,
what is it?
Saltalamacchia...
I'm assuming you don't like the double lefty.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of. I love Saltalamacchia. I still have Saltalamacchia on my team. My problem is you can fix both of those problems and not lose the defense for 1,000 coins right now. And Jonathan LaCroix from Milwaukee is sitting from between 1,000 to 1,300 stubs.
And now I was looking at
currently his contact ratings are 75 and 81. His power is 51 and 44. That's righty lefty, the way I'm saying it. His defense still, you don't lose anything in defense. He's still got 85 arm strength. His blocking goes down a little bit when you compare him to Saltalamacchia, but he can hit from both sides. And currently, and this happens a lot for him, he's got a 5-star inside edge today, which gives him plus 12 in all of his all of his hitting ratings, plus 84 plate vision.
Yeah, see,
which is change.
I like him. I agree with you. Doesn't have enough power for me. Love him, and you're going to be carrying 2 catchers anyway, right?
I agree. You'll carry a catcher anyway, so you're right. You could keep them and switch them out in any way you want with Grandal and Saltalamacchia. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, that's my main thing. Also, he doesn't have. Does he not have a catcher on his bench? He does not have a catcher on his bench. I would highly suggest definitely carrying at least one backup, because I always feel like you're going to end up in the situation where you're going to get your catcher on. He's going to be the tying run on second. And you're going to be like, well, I could put in this super fast guy to run for him, and then I got nobody else that can catch.
When he's got the Grandal in, just as a heads up, Grandal also has first base eligibility. He can be moved out to first base if necessary. Also, pay attention to the run game, because I think, and I don't know this offhand, I think Grandal's in the low 70s arm strength. So just keep an eye on your running game. Maybe throw over once or twice extra to lower that jump.
Yeah, I mean, and if you're going to get a Lucroy that can do the contact both ways, I would even suggest maybe doing like a Victor Martinez on your bench, just so you have the emergency catcher that he's got the secondary position, but he can also hit.
And I think, doesn't Martinez have a really strong arm, which is weird, like a weird strong arm?
Does he?
For some reason, someone told me he had an extremely strong arm, and I absolutely said, no, there's no way.
No, he's got 73.
That's still insane for somebody who's never played catcher.
But
well, I mean, hasn't for years.
Well, yeah,
I mean, for years.
Not
I'm sorry.
years, yeah. But 52 fielding, 59 accuracy, 44 reaction.
So,
it's
and I know his blocking
is
like
tough.
72.
But I mean, I know there's a lot of people that go out there and they will run him as their starting catcher because he's got so much offense that it makes it worth it.
Agreed.
Yeah. So my suggestion: go with Yasmani Grandal. Yours is to go with Jonathan Lucroy. Also, with his budget, that gives you a lot of money to spend at the other position. Actually, it's funny. My thing works out currently where he could buy all the players.
The players that I have listed that are going to come through here. I have a very specific. If you to stay under the 20,000, he could go with like 4 or 5 of them. I also keyed in on a couple of spots that he didn't ask for too. So. Just in case.
What's going on, J Money Dog? Welcome to the chat. For third base, I have 2 spots for him. I have David Freese, and I'm looking at Matt Carpenter.
Like him.
He's got Adrian Beltre.
Yeah, that's the thing.
These guys. Also, it's the throwback David Freese.
Right. I get that. The only thing I worry about is you're going to pay for that Freese, and if he's got the Beltre already. I'm just not sure. Yeah, I think the Beltre is the top.
Unless you're going to blow. Yeah, unless you're going to blow a ton and go out and get a diamond, I think you stick with Beltre. Unless there's something with Beltre that you don't like, maybe it's his batting stance. I know his batting stance is a little funky, so if you might want to take a look at the Freeze. I've had a lot of luck in Battle Royale with the regular Freeze, which has been weird because he's not like super high ranked, but he's worked out well for me. But I think my better option, and if you like, let's say you get Grandal and Matt Carpenter, who's going for like the buy is 77 and the sell is 6,000, so you're going to be somewhere in there, which is still pretty affordable. Carpenter is going to give you a lot of contact and power with righties, which is nice.
I will give you one other third baseman that is going to fly under the radar. And I'm not sure if this is going to be great for Jeff's team specifically, but Ryan Zimmerman, live series first baseman for the Nationals. Listed as a first baseman, but currently has, and I'm going to read it, contact against righties 65, lefties 77, righty power 63, lefty 71. But he's got third base and left field eligibility. He has a 74 clutch. He has 87 fielding, 80 arm strength, and 80 reaction. So even when he moves over to third base from first base, it's going to be a small change, small penalty. And if you're looking for somebody that can play over there for you and still hit consistently, that might be a guy as well.
Yeah, the thing I like about Carpenter also is that he can play second base for you. And I feel like he's almost always on an IE boost of plus $10.
Oh, absolutely. And
which gives him 89 contact and 88 power against righties, and puts him into the 60s and 70s for contact.
I think he's almost better suited in this game to play second base too, with his arm. So
yeah, it's weird. A lot of the times it'll put Mookie. If I do the auto generate lineup, it'll put Mookie Betts on third base or second base for me. I've also seen Matt Carpenter going there because I also have Rizzo. Who's my third baseman? Chris Bryant, who usually gets a 90 with the IE boost, and then it moves Carpenter to second base. So, those are my selections for there. If he's going to go all in on a first baseman, who do you got?
Not to go all in, but to supplement the entire team, I picked, again, a little homer bias, but Chris Davis. Chris Davis right now is, I think, about 5,000 stubs. Double checking that. Yeah, buy at 488 or 4888 and sell at 5673. Chris Davis, one of the things I really like is he's a fielder with 84 fielding, I know some people have seen that first baseman drop sometimes. I'm sure with like a guy like Abreu who has the hitting stats, sometimes you don't get all the fielding you want out of that. But one of the cool things about Davis is 99 power versus righties, 80 power versus lefties, 67 contact. The one thing you watch out for him with is the 27 plate vision, which I know is a big knock for me. But at that cost, might be someone you can slot in. Otherwise, like I said, I'm thinking your guy. If you go all in with your stubs, I think your guy is a perfect fit for that lineup, though.
Yeah, I go with. I'm either going with the 92 Rizzo because I feel like Rizzo's always going to go up. He's got 90 power versus righty, 74 contact versus righty, which is great. 81 contact versus lefties and 74 power versus lefties, which for a lefty is pretty damn good.
Right.
And then, I mean, if you really want to go for it, you just go out and get that. And that Rizzo's going for between 16 and 17 grand right now. But you could also just go for it and get that Edwin Encarnacion. He's going to give you 93 power versus righty on the base. That's pretty good because you know he's going to get a small IE boost like he's on currently, and he's going to take you.
The only thing I worry about is his defense.
Plus he gets 11.
That defense is dreadful.
Yeah, but I mean, it's your first. I feel like you can
get away with it at first base. You can hide him.
It's your first baseman. You can hide him. I mean, if you're going to put him at third base, don't do it. But later on in the year, we're going to be seeing the people that are playing Miguel Cabrera at third base. They're going to be playing Rizzo in right field. They're going to be playing Fred McGriff at second base because they're dumb. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't play Encarnacion at third. I would definitely leave him at first because you're going to take a 5% hit, and a 5% hit off 43 is going to make him even worse, which is didn't think of those possible. Though, for 60... For between 5,500 and 6,000 coins, I think I might go out here and get him. I have Jose Abreu, and Freddie Freeman's always on the IE boost.
Oh, that Freddie Freeman 92 boost, dude, is amazing. I don't know how he gets it so much.
Yeah, I kind of want to just go with him. But I kind of want to get Encarnacion. Just use him off the bat.
From the chat, Adrian Gonzalez is another pick. The only thing that I worry about with Adrian Gonzalez is he has the David Ortiz speed. He has an 8 overall speed and kills it on the bases.
An 8. Oh my god, that's so painful sometimes.
Yeah, normally slower speed, I'll give up slower speed for power on the base paths or good hitting. But when I'm talking about giving up to slower speed, I'll get a 40 or a high 30s or something. Yeah. Those 8 guys, Ortiz is a 0, Gonzalez is an 8, Yadier Molina is a 10. Those guys are so slow.
I feel like the Victor Martinez is a 1.
Yes, I think you're right. So, couple of just quick additions that I saw on his team that I'd like to suggest possibly. I noticed right-handed wise, I like Herrera, I like Baez. I think he can do better than Strickland, although I like Strickland's pitch selection. And I think you and I have had conversations about the Uehara as well, due to his...
Hate him.
Yeah. So
where am I looking?
The two right-handed relievers that I would suggest him going after is the John Axford flashback from Milwaukee. I think you can actually just grind to get it. It's a gold 87 with good pitch selection, and the Rosenthal we talked about earlier, while it's a little higher for a reliever, might be helpful in terms of a setup guy to get to Wade Davis.
Interesting. Right now, I'm going to notify you that the Inside Edge stuff is updated. So if you want to go ahead and start setting up your team, you can do that now because I just noticed that my right fielder is going to change. Yeah. So what we're going to do here, now that we've broken down Jeff's team, hopefully making him better. Also, I would recommend getting who's my guy? I would recommend swooping up. I do love that Kelvin Herrera.
Yes.
Does he doesn't have Rosenthal, right?
I don't think he does. Oh, he might have him, but not in this.
Right. Rosenthal is pretty good when he gets the boost, but I feel like he's getting a lot of negatives right now.
I agree with that.
I would also recommend Roberto Osuna for the Blue Jays.
Closing.
He's an 85. He's only going to go up. He's what, 20? Is he 20 years old? He's 21 years old. Four seam, change up, slurve, and a two seamer.
He's
a beast.
real
Throws
good.
gas.
Real good. And that the big thing with him is not just the gas, he's got a 92 break. So that slurve is brutal to hit against.
I need a long reliever. Oh, I know who we'll put in for long relief.
That's another point of contention with me. I don't actually use a long reliever because if I'm playing a Diamond Dynasty game, I have 7 guys to get through. I'm pretty sure I can get through most of them.
But this year you got to worry about the game to game.
Oh, there is game to game fatigue. That's right. Gotcha.
Yes. Which is why I just put Chris Sale in to see that he's getting tired.
Chris, who? You mean the dirtiest pitcher in the game?
Dirtiest pitcher in the game. I don't know why you don't have him on your team if you're playing. I'm going to take out... Let me ask you a question. Do you take guys out of your lineup that are taking an IE hit for someone that's not taking a boost and has lower overall?
Overall, yeah, I absolutely will. Guy has taken a hit to negative. I will start specializing to replace him. Like I'm not replacing Machado if Machado is going from a 94 to a 90. But if a guy like Longoria is an 85 and is getting knocked down to like an 84 with some hitting ratings, and I have like Mikael Franco, who I know can play decent defense for me and hit with some pop, I'll absolutely like Longo is one of those guys that's not going to be in my lineup all the time, even though I have him.
It's funny. I just said that, and then I literally did the exact thing I was talking about. I literally put someone on a down, which is kind of weird.
I'm currently debating whether you're going to get Manny at third or Manny at shortstop. Not going to lie.
I'm currently debating how much I don't like my bullpen, but it's all right. Throw in a complete game.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And Exotic, what's going on, buddy? MVP 90805 in the chat. Stephen Wright and his knuckleball.
I have Stephen Wright, and I had him as my 5-starter forever. The problem is once you start getting into a higher level of Diamond Dynasty player, those knuckleball, unless you have like the flashback Dickey, the people can hit the knuckleballer.
I think the regular Dickey is soon going to be a reliever.
Yes, which would be amazing.
So that's gonna be a thing.
Especially for like for a 3-inning battle royal game. If you pulled him,
I just talked trash about Ken Giles. We're gonna put him in.
For everyone wondering, Corey Dickerson's back on his world of IE boosts. You've got Miguel Sano, who is back up to his 99 power versus righties on his IE boost.
Funny, we mentioned it. Matt Carpenter is playing second base because it was IE boost.
Like I said, I have no spot to put Evan Longoria right now. You were going to get Evan Longoria, who is right now plus 12 on all his hitting.
This literally has 5 third. Doing the auto generate has 5 third basemen on my line.
Third baseman is a spot of power this year, in terms of good young players. I mean, Eugenio Suarez in Cincinnati. You've got Mikael Franco in Philadelphia. I think Coughlin, who regularly gets good inside edge boosts and actually hits righties well when it does. I think he's got enough. I think he's a third baseman by trade. So, but then you've got the Longo, who's like an 85. Solarte out in San Diego has some decent hitting stats. And obviously you've got Machado and Arenado in Baltimore and Colorado. It's a lot of O's.
I think I am comfortable with this team. Oh, you want Carl Crawford in center field? No. I don't know. Carl Crawford in center field.
just remember that I know that Carl Crawford's in center field. Might as well put Kenny Lofton out there. 53 arm strength.
I was thinking about putting Lofton out there.
All right, go for it.
2P Carpenter. I mean, you're not going to get a hit.
That's a good point.
Doesn't really matter.
Not put it in play.
Oh, let's take a quick look at the Twitter. Hold on. You chattered up.
I'm chattering it up, guys. One of the other things I wanted to say is thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Sano, you think Sano plays great at third base. My biggest problem is Sano's defense. Again, but I think that's more of a personal thing than something I would suggest. So Sano has a 68 fielding, 67 arm strength, and 68 arm accuracy, and 65 reaction. Going from right field to third base, take 5% off all of those. And I think that makes him a great hitting third baseman and scary. What I would do with him is play him guard lines the entire game, and play a shortstop that might be able to cover that up, like an Alcides Escobar or an Andrelton Simmons, or who TJ might see tonight, Ozzie Smith, a little Wizard of Oz action. So I definitely would, if you're going to play Sano at third, play somebody near him that can make up for his lack of range. The other thing you worry about with Sano is the 16 vision. Really low for hitting. So
yeah, that's. I just wanted to pull up the poll that we have up right now.
Oh, you mean this poll that says that I'm going to win tonight?
Pretty sure it doesn't say that. First off, I'm going to put this tweet in the chat. If you could go retweet that, I would appreciate that.
Agreed, Xander, by the way.
Yeah,
agreed that you're starting 5.
The auto-generate thing always does like to put in Sano at third. That's one of those things I like to hit auto-generate all the time just to see what it thinks, even if I'm not going to agree with it. Let me pull up this tweet, assuming that this works the way I want it to.
The other thing about auto generate is it takes into account inside edge. So guys you might not see normally, where they'll throw them in your lineup and you go, oh wow, like Chris Davis. I have Chris Davis in left field, and he's an 81 overall, but inside edge keeps throwing him in when he has this 89 boost because of his massive power.
No, this won't just show me. This won't show me what I want to see. I just want to see the results. So we put out a Twitter poll. The question was, on tonight's beta episode of Bullpen Banter, how much will I beat Chris by? 19% said 1 to 4 runs.
I hate those 19 people.
12% said 5
yeah, this
to 9
12% can just, forget it.
An unbelievable 28% said I'm going to make you quit.
If we mercy rule, there is no episode 1. The beta episode will be treasured.
The beta
will be treasured. You can put this in, tape it and put it in a vault somewhere.
And then 41%.
Now, see that 41? 41% was the winner, right, of the poll. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Why do I have... This has Chris... what did I screw up here? Oh, I took the wrong Seager out of the game, I guess.
Kyle Seager at shortstop now? That's even better.
I need to hit circle. That's what I'm trying to do. Shortstop. Ooh, Lindor or Seager?
Lindor's on a boost right now. Only +2.
They're both on a little bitty boost. We're going for Seager.
I can't wait for this game. The first time Seager does that auto animation, where someone beats out his throw to first, I'm gonna dance. I will dance the dance of 1,000 defenses.
I feel like I should put someone with a cannon to back him up, but no, we're not gonna need it. We got this game. We've already won. In my mind, I think already won.
I sure hope so.
Look at all those green up arrows. Good combos of lefties and righties. Never let them get 3 lefties in a row, because then they pull in a reliever.
Juice, I face so hard on that. That's a terrible, terrible joke. I laughed a little bit, just so you know.
I mean, I wasn't trying to. No,
Juice. The juice is loose in the chat.
The juice is loose in the chat. So word on the street is that challenge failed came back.
Challenge failed, and the blue screen just a little bit.
Sweet.
But they fixed servers. Yes, they had a server update last night at about 9:30 that apparently fixed what patch 104 broke.
Dope. I have sent you a friends list thing. Oh wait, no, hold on. Guest pitch off. Quick counts off. Strike zone on. Hot zone. You want strike zone?
It doesn't matter. You can leave it on or off. It's not a big deal.
No, I'm trying. Look, 59% of the people say I'm gonna whoop you.
No, I don't need. I don't need
I'm
any
gonna
help.
let you pick.
You pick your settings. That's okay. And then pick the smallest ballpark you possibly can find, so that way that arm doesn't bother you.
I'm trying to think. I need to get one of these fancy ones.
One of the nice. If we're playing at the Polo Grounds.
I don't have the Polo Grounds. I wish I did. If you have it, next time
I do not have it. It's a diamond. It's expensive.
I shine bright like a diamond.
Oh
so I don't know. I'm ready for this. Oh my god, what if I just drop a 10 spot in the first inning and just drop the
Not
mic
dropping a
and
10 spot in the first inning. Pick.
Challenge has been accepted. You know what I've recently picked up is Cincinnati Reds. I'm a huge fan. I played Detroit so much this year.
Dude,
I should probably just go in here
the
and
batter's
finish this whole
eye at
thing.
Detroit is so annoying. Give it to you.
I'm gonna go with favorite. Capital City.
Wow, getting big time here on me. All right.
I love to see the Capitol in the background. Also, for those of you following at home, I actually updated my hat logo yesterday, so it doesn't look terrible anymore. I've put the D-pad on the controller. It's still pink because I'm still working out the colors. But
you felt the pressure with my rosters coming, or my jerseys coming up, didn't you? So just as a heads up, the guys I'm picking from here that are going to get random are Strasburg, Gaylor Perry, Garrett Cole, Chris Archer, and Marcus Stroman. All righties.
I got Blyleven, Bumgarner, DeGrom, Cole, and Kluber. And let me tell you, I dominated all of them.
All right, so that's going to be good. I'm going to hold on to him.
Oh, you got a righty going.
Big surprise. Should we do Chris Davis at third base? I think that's one of your personal favorite moves, right?
Look, by the amount of clicking that I'm hearing on his side, I can only assume Bumgarner's on the mound.
I'm not going to tell you if it's a righty. It's not.
Ooh.
Oh, 5 starters.
Corey
Five
Kluber.
starters.
All right.
See, you're getting the lead off.
Kluber's got that sink.
That's a good. Yeah, Kluber's a good pitcher in this game against users.
Now I kind of do wish I had a better shortstop.
Not a lot of speed in the lineup, but a lot of like faster guys.
One thing I've noticed. Let me make sure. I was just making sure the game sound.
The Baltimore pitches and bows.
Sure. I love seeing the Capitol in the back.
I do love that, especially road to the show when you get one of the teams that plays there. It's really fun.
Palmahawk, this one's for you. First off, those jerseys are pretty legit. What did I want to say? Yeah, if you have a lefty in your rotation and you hear the other person clicking around a bunch, they're probably.
Yep. I was just clicking up and down for fun.
Exactly. Psychological. I'm a huge fan of the psychological work. I'm also a huge fan of hitting pause for 5 minutes at the beginning of the game for no apparent reason. Actually, I hate that, and I will murder your face if you do that. Can we talk about... Oh, also, you can also send us a screenshot of your Diamond Dynasty team if you want us to look at it. But I swear to God, if you take a cell phone picture of it, I'm going to block you on Twitter.
We'll block you on Twitter, and not only block you on Twitter, but we will mock you on Twitter. All of us. Yeah,
I'll report
it. You gotta get him off Twitter.
I might report you.
By the way, that was a contact swing by Nick Markakis in the hole. Just so you know.
Hey, man. It's Nick Markakis. You're expecting these kind of things.
And see that? Now, see, you said something about the speed. Look at that. The updated speed for the 90 Markakis. I like that.
70 speed? Not bad.
Against your Russell Martin catching, though. Russell Martin's a good defensive catcher.
So that was like a good pitch. I don't know.
Not good enough. Ooh, that's a nice curveball. I like that. That's a tight. I had that little tight curveball. I like that.
If it ain't tight, it ain't right. I believe that's what they say.
Now work into your bullpen. Look at that. Look at that PCI. Yeah, isn't it?
PCI. You got to mix up those looks. Oh, come on.
I believe that's a seeing eye single.
Through behind. Seconds running. Where? First off, I don't know if you saw it on your screen. On mine, the guy just like ran towards the
Oh, no, I did not see that. Another contact swing, by the way. On 2 strikes.
I mean, who uses contact swing?
Manual.
I don't want to give out
manual base running
right now. While we're playing.
Oh, I'll give it out. I'll give it all out. I don't care. Have you ever seen my streams? Like literally, I'm like a conscious stream of thought while I'm playing. So.
Yeah, but I don't want to do it while I'm playing you.
Ooh, that 4-seamer's got movement on it.
Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue. Also, you got to switch up your time in between pitches,
Yes.
right? Doesn't that throw off
Yes,
the runners or
absolutely.
something?
Well, that throws off the runners if you are loading up steals. Like if you're not doing the manual steal, it'll screw with their jumps.
Interesting.
Oh, LaCroix, not a great.
See, so quick tip: if you got guys on second and third, less than 2 outs, high fastballs,
Yes,
they
absolutely.
pop them up.
Eddie Murray stance. You ready for this?
Eddie Murray.
Eddie Murray stance.
The stash, the stash is
The
looking
stash and
good.
the stance. They even get the jowls right. Like it's weird. He's got like this weird jowl under his second chin there.
Eddie
Murphy?
Eddie Murray.
Oh, good pitch.
I'll put him in the top 5 switch hitters of all
Absolutely.
time.
I was so happy when he hit his 500th home run and it was in Orioles uniform.
Ooh. I thought that was good. I thought that was going to be good. So many options.
Suicide squeeze right now.
Oh. First off, I did not do that. I was just kind of
Waiting for it, yeah. Auto pitch.
I was trying to figure out how to look at second base.
It was
What did I
L2
say?
and down, I think.
L2 and what?
L2 and down on the right stick, I think MVP said.
I was moving my left stick.
All right, now here's
Let's
the
go. Well, we
real
gotta- hey,
story.
Hey, whoa! Look at this! Look at this plate coverage indicator. I haven't seen this in a long time. First off, let's talk about how I just got out of that.
Great. Like you said, pitching high with less than 2 outs, especially against human users who I would say probably the majority have issues hitting high pitches. Unless you're sitting there waiting for it. So, absolutely excellent pitching that way. Kept some off-speed stuff that way too to keep me off the fastball, so I couldn't sit on the fastball.
See now, here's the problem. Chris knows I'm always looking low and in. So now the question is, do I look somewhere else to throw him off his game?
It's the cat and mouse game of hitting and swinging, right?
Yeah. This buckshot thing is like.
Is it?
I can't even see your pitcher.
If you want to change it, please go ahead. I mean, I want you to make sure there's no excuse when I win.
I'm gonna give it an inning. See what happens. If I bust out 10 with this thing, I may use it forever.
Now, the one thing I'm careful about with Crawford is this 90 Crawford has sneaky power against righties. So
True. Actually, in that game I was playing against Carl, dude, he hit 2 home runs, which I did not see coming.
I think it's like a 56 or 55 power against righties, so I'm always kind of iffy with that. So
So one thing I like to do with this Crawford, also the D Gordon, when they have the third baseman come in, I like to try to, I mean, pro level. This is pro level play. If you're doing zone hitting, it's easy. Is try to shoot it past the third baseman, like to his glove side.
So you get that outside fastball, especially like you said, even with power hitters. Like I know Davis gets it. A couple other guys get it to where you get that extreme right shift, and you can go down. You go down the left field line if you get an outside fastball.
Yes, Saltalamaki gets it as well. I like to exploit that. I have no idea who the left fielder is.
I mean, it's 97 speeds. You might as well go with it, right? Get him! Done!
Hit first. Oh! Where's the... I don't know about that.
Gunned! 69 power versus righties, Tomahawk. Thank you very much. That's completely gunned. You don't even have to look at that.
No,
by the way, it's Cargo in left field, who's technically a right fielder. I can't wait for the chat to see that. I can't wait for the chat to see that. Yes! Come! Show it!
I think you got him, but it was close. Close.
All right, here we go. All right, JD Martinez.
That's rough.
Definitely a power threat. Worried about that.
Should be. You know what I've been doing with JD Martinez a lot
Grounded
recently?
shortstop.
hitting grounders shortstop, and it's been super.
All right,
frustrating.
so I'm winning right now because I have 2 hits.
Yeah, that's.
By the way, I also wanted to mention that was
This is
set
also
up,
why
that defense was set up behind the indicator. That blue line, you should be actually 2 or 3 steps behind it and preloading a throw when you're doing throws from the outfield for tips. Ooh, that sinker is not right.
Right, that was a strike, right?
I wonder who the umpire is. Oh, Jones, you need
Porter
that.
Callahan. How is Adam Jones playing for you?
Good. I love his reaction. He only has like a 63 speed, I think, but his reaction time makes up for it in the outfield.
Now, reaction time is that first step, right?
First step, and I think it's the easiest thing I can compare it to, like in Madden, is acceleration. So, like how quickly you can get to top speed while you're fielding.
That's one of those things I say about Jason Hayward in real life. Might not be the fastest runner, but he's
absolutely, yeah. Even base running, he's an excellent base runner. By the way, Logan Forsythe, a late addition over Joe Panic at second base due to an inside edge.
I'm gonna take the sack. Ooh, come on, Blue. Come on, Blue. I'm trying to take the sack.
Worry about Logan Forsythe at a 57 speed. That scares me a little bit with second baseman. I like my second baseman to have a little bit of speed with him. All right, Ozzy, show me that clutch, baby.
Oh, right, you batted your pitcher.
Yes.
8th. Modern day Joe.
It's
Madden
not
here.
even so much the Madden. It's more the Madden does it now, but like La Russa, it is kind of to later in the game the way you normally hit. If you get 5 to 7 or 5 to 8 hits, it puts it like back around him. Like you're not getting up to your 9 spot for pinch hitting. I don't think it really matters. I just do it because I like Ozzy being a second leadoff guy.
Nah, I don't know where you think
the
you're
wrong
going.
way. I hit the wrong button. There's no one at third. I beat the pickle.
I would like you to know that if you're watching the stream,
I'm looking at the stream now.
my third baseman was all over you.
Okay, because you jumped on my screen. It was weird. That's a miss. That's a miss tag.
Yeah. I don't know about that. It's gonna be one of those nights where MLB just doesn't like me.
I am known as the golden child of MLB. Oh, I saw the little movement of the center field. I thought he was gonna get one of those weird animations before it missed it.
Yep.
You know what just happened, Splash? Logan Forsythe is a beast on the base pass. That's what just happened. Whoa, 344 and 14 home runs? Wow.
I'm kind of good with Jose.
I like it. I like it a lot.
That's that weird server stuff. Hey, you should throw it low. That's where he's cold.
That's why hot zones are off for me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be bad. Psyched you out.
Thought you were going up. Now you're going up.
Do you?
I got you.
Do you got me? Psyching me out?
Oh. If I was in my money zone, it was game over.
I know.
Right there.
That's the chance I take.
It would have been a 10. Would have been a 10-run home run.
Ooh, laying off the slider. I like it.
Yeah, I really dislike the some of these weird little server.
Yeah.
Bugs. Most of the time, perfectly fine. I'm gonna wear out Stroman's.
It's okay. We've got the bullpen. Oh, that was out of the zone you reached for too. I like that. Wow.
He's a phenomenal.
Yeah, no, Abreu hit that nicely.
The pride of Cuba, right there. How's the stream looking, guys? Everybody happy?
So far, so good.
I miss when I was hitting like 530 with Corey Seager. Those were the days. But he had no homers.
Yeah, he told me like you were getting contact with him, but not power. And you guys will notice there was no defensive shifts. I'm not going to do that while we're playing this game. I'm not going to be that annoying guy. No, you really don't. I don't think anyone really wants to see that. Go foul, go foul, go foul. Foul ball.
Oh!
Ooh, foul
Come
ball.
on, Blue. Give me
So
give me it.
close.
Ugh, that's painful. Yeah, Jose Brady's killing.
Yeah, but the extra step worries me sometimes. High cheddar?
Yeah, tried to foul it off. He's going.
And it's terrible because I have my finger on the button waiting for it too. Some high averages out of you, bud. I love it.
Yeah, I'm very upset though. I'm gonna say Chris Bryant is probably my #1 guy for signature home run swings.
Oh, does he have a nice one?
I mean, he just holds.
Oh,
He's hitting a lot of no doubters.
gotcha.
Oh, hit it too hard.
That left side of the infield's not the one you want to test.
Matt Carpenter, 429. He's a new addition.
Oh, is he? Nice.
Yeah, I did him to. I just finished the card. I just did it.
Oh, nice for the Edmonds. Oh, wow, that's a
he was the
huge
last one
hole
I
out there.
He was the last one I did.
He's scoring. There's no way. Field, you're not kidding. That's a huge left field. I like it. Okay.
Love it. Love it. Oh, Russell Martin.
Well, look at that.
Whoa, what
out of the
that
strike zone on
average.
that one too.
Sometimes you just gotta leave it up to your hitter. Get through.
Ozzy.
Playing short for you?
Yeah, that's why I get the little twist, and still has the ball looking around. I will say this though, Ozzie Smith's arm strength 83. The one thing I was kind of hoping was a little stronger on him because of the Simmons cannon. He's getting used to the Simmons cannon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Kluber's curveball.
Sick.
It moves like a
Right.
slurve. Like if you're looking at the trail, it's like crazy.
Go, go,
No
go.
wind, no wind, no wind.
Warning track power from Machado, who's up to a 99 on inside edge right now.
You saw those guys in the bullpen? They were also bantering. Yeah, guys, this is going to be a weekly show Monday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on
Yep.
twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer.
We both have kicked all kinds of family and friends out of our lives Monday nights at 10 o'clock for you.
We gave the kid an early bath,
Oh, I was not far off that.
and I was like, "You're going to sleep now, right?" And I was like, "All right, well, keep it down because I'm going to go stream." Ooh, trying to get him with the slider. Didn't want that going up high like that, though.
High slider is dangerous. Because even on the nice pitch. Even on the high sliders, if you go up there and fool a guy, it is still a bonus to your power and contact. It's considered a hung pitch, hung jury. Ooh,
And don't forget, we'll be doing team breakdowns every week. So again, if you want to set up your team on Daddy League's Team Builder, send us the link, what you're looking to do to your team, and how much you're willing to spend, and we'll break it down.
what's going on, popular gamer?
El Gamer Popular. I faced a guy 2 nights ago, or last night, refused to swing it low and away fastball.
Oh, didn't you say you carved him up there, right?
Painted him with like 9 Ks because he just refused to swing at him. You know what the problem was? He swung at a lot of sliders out there that would like fall off the plate. So I guess like to avoid doing that, he was actually taking fastballs.
You know what kind of inside edge LaCroix must have right now to be hitting ahead of Eddie Murray? Oh, I popped that up. I'm so under that.
Gets him pop up with a little slider low and away.
Not the pitch. When we were talking about pitches that you don't want to swing at earlier, that is numero uno example.
Big fan of taking breaking balls in the first pitch, even if it's a strike.
Gotcha.
All sorts of stuff you would do in real life. I kind of like to just do in the game, just to be safe. Like I'm gonna swing at the first pitch here, no matter what. But
Are you?
probably. I'll throw up the Dynasty sign right now because I don't think you're going to throw me a strike. Ooh. Cut in right at the end. Yeah, don't forget you guys can follow us on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer, at Millennium OS. You can also hit my YouTube. Make sure you hit the follow button here.
Yeah, definitely hit the follow button, guys. Especially, you'll get notified anytime TJ goes online. And every Monday night, because we know some of you are going to forget, every Monday night, 10 p.m., you will get notified that we are online.
You can also watch Chris streaming over on twitch.tv/Operation
That's where it
Sports.
is.
How's your Rockies
Not
franchise doing?
It's not good. We can't pitch. We traded away Jose Reyes for James Paxton. And unfortunately, Paxton's been kind of a bust for us. That being said, we have a second base rookie by the name of Pedro Reyes, who is amazing.
I feel like he was the guy that was supposed to be the shortstop instead of Story.
Maybe. Brendan Rodgers, you mean? Or no, Christian Adams, maybe?
Maybe Christian Adams.
97 speed, not going to beat. Yep.
Ooh,
no way I'm going to beat 97
Crawford's
speed.
got them wheels.
All right, here it goes. So if it's L2 and then... Now, see, he even moves his head. You can see him move his head when I hit L2. So...
It is double tap now. So now to lead off, you have to double tap L1.
Yes, I noticed that. No, it's Nicky Markakis.
No. Back.
Nicky Markakis also with a high reaction for the 90 to complete the Orioles collection.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's funny. To complete the Orioles collection for a 90 overall Markakis, you need to buy the 94 Machado. First pitch coming, here it is. Yeah,
ooh,
I gave him the meatball. I wanted to see you go for it.
He's watching the stream. Oh. I didn't even have the controller in my hands.
Got lucky there. That's a bomb. That's gone. That
one
was a two-seamer that I was hoping was going to go a little further in than it did.
Some would call it majestic.
I'm going to say, what did that? Inside third, probably? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Not good.
Almost hit it with capital, folks.
Yep, that was supposed to be, like I said, two-seamer, dangerous pitch if you don't get it where you need to go.
See, I've been pulling off a lot with these guys recently. Just like that.
Got to wait that extra second and go, wow, that buckshot really is huge. I just happened to look back at the stream.
I need to turn leave the caps on. Got to tell the old Nightbot to
take it easy, Nightbot.
The thing I like about Kluber, he's got pitches that move every.
Yeah, I like that. Like he's got the he's got the sinker that goes inside. He's got a nice outside slider. It's kind of nice.
Next week on the stream, we're gonna have Fangraphs writer Paul Sporer.
Big fan, love that.
On here, he's been playing a ton of Battle Royale. So we're gonna be talking about Battle Royale draft strats next week. Again, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Twitch.tv.
That's gonna be huge because the strategy we talked about with like team building some in this episode. Battle Royale is a different monster. You're looking at a 3-inning game. Your pitching staff's different. You got to find places to possibly hide those bronzes where they're not going to hurt you. Come on, LaCroix.
Just missed right there. That's why you get Yasmani Grandal. Or no, you use
Saltalamacchia, yeah.
Also, Saltalamacchia gets you the extreme shift.
So you go the other way.
So I love using him and just slapping balls into left field.
And he's got power to left field, too. Like, big-time power to left field.
Yeah. Anyzotic wants to know how you change the zone thing. It's just in those hitting settings. Normally it says reticle. You want to change it to buckshot if you want to see what I'm using.
It is. It'll say PCI is the name of it. PCI type, I believe.
Plate coverage indicator. Yeah, I believe it's PCI type.
And the one, like I said, the one you're using is buckshot. The one you're used to using, which is just the circle, is PCI. The one I use is wedge. It would probably be more like the Power Pro. Is it the Power Pros that uses that? Yeah,
its
it
power
uses
pose
the looks more like a bat. It doesn't, from what I understand, it doesn't change your reticule. Like you're still getting the same hitting. Right. It
Right.
just makes it look different.
Yeah. 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 Just a different visual representation, but it's always the same thing.
All right, Corey Seager.
Corey Seager with the camo.
Yeah, I do
that
love
emotes.
some of the equipment they put in this year. I'm a big fan of the Under Armour stuff they put in, especially being an Orioles fan. One of the cool things is Matt Wieters has customized Under Armour gear, and they put it in this year. So
I don't know if you saw some minor league teams have made a deal with Rawlings to do custom catchers gear.
oh, I did see that, like
So-
like almost like goalie masks for hockey. Yeah,
essentially.
I did see that.
So I think it was it like the is it like Salt Lake City Buzz?
Yes,
Something like
I
that.
think it is. You're right.
They had like a big B on their catcher's jersey or on their chest protector. Where's he going? Where's he going? Ugh.
Yep.
Right on it.
Line
that much,
drive.
right on it.
2 feet higher.
2 feet higher, that's double, maybe triple. In
Yeah, no
beautiful
kidding.
Capitol Field.
Big time left field. Ooh, nicely you said the breaking ball on the first pitch. Ooh. Death. Where to go next?
Ooh, that eye. I hear that sports gamer's got quite an eye.
Okay with that.
I'm gonna go see what's going on. I'm gonna go see what's going on Twitter. I'm not even looking at pitches coming in. Ball
Yep,
four?
you're
I'll take
more
it.
than welcome to have it. I'd much rather pitch Russell Martin, as crazy as that sounds. Although Martin, I think, has a decent clutch rating, so got to be careful there too. Yeah, huh? Throw the swing of that fastball inside.
So right now, the 19% that guessed 1 to 4 runs are winning.
Wonder what they bet. They bet on it?
Probably.
Oh, come on! You gotta get rid of that ball, Logan.
Oh, got caught up in that
yeah,
animal
it was.
right there.
I mean, it's a nice animation. Don't get me. I need that flip. I need that quick flip. Warstick Bat Company? I've never heard of them, actually.
We're not taking out the pitcher. Come on.
Oh, they give you the little manager.
Kluber.
Hey, well, maybe you should think about hitting for Kluber.
No, they talked about it. The folks were talking about it. The commentary
Oh,
team.
gotcha.
Nope. Gonna take.
I see him.
I got under it. I moved the
Well,
PCI right
the
last
better part of that is it was supposed to be outside, not high. It was supposed to actually be, or inside, not high. So, supposed to be right under the hands.
Worst
Ring the wrists up.
stick means battle.
But Warstick is a bat company. I was not aware.
Nor was I. just Googled them.
Bunchies.
A lot of time left, though. A lot of time left, Oz.
A lot of time.
Not if you're gonna be taking
Yep.
pitches.
Oh,
like that.
I'm not.
Come on,
I'm
man.
not swinging at that. I'm gonna ground that to second base every time.
There are 2 Aussies. This year?
Yeah. There's a San Diego Aussie too.
Like, why would you put me on JD Martinez? I have Carl Crawford, who's going to be covering.
They do that a
ground
lot.
out there
They
in
do that
center field.
corner, where you select corner outfielder, but you see the center fielder coming with the switch icon over top of him. I'm not really sure why.
Did you see the one I had a couple nights ago? Were we playing? I think we were playing testing for the beta episode, where I had Kenny Lofton in center and he tracked down that ball like
in
way deep.
what was it? St. Louis? Was it maybe? It was somewhere where it had a really deep right center.
Or was this? It wasn't San
No,
Francisco.
no, it was something else.
No, it might have been St. Louis.
Oh, it's just down ahead.
Might have been St. Louis.
Was it St. I'm trying to remember because I can see, or like Pittsburgh or something like that. It was one of those deep right center fields. Whoa, I didn't even do that. Oh, you did that. Never mind.
No, that was me. I backed off. Merciless Mac wants to know how you get legend players.
You can do legend players a couple different ways. You can pull them. The way I like to do them is there are command missions when you beat a team's stronghold in Conquest mode. Oh, it's about time. Wow. So you beat a team's stronghold, and then you go into the missions, and the mission changes from the silver to the gold. It'll give you a certain amount of innings that you can complete for a specific player. And by innings, so like for the 87 Machado, you have to play 1,000 innings of Diamond Dynasty with Orioles players. So you can load your team up with Orioles players and either play the CPU or play actual Diamond Dynasty games, whatever you want to play, for 1,000 innings. And every player gives you 1 inning for each inning. So like you put 9 for 9 innings, you get 81 innings. Once that's done, and you get the 87 Machado, the mission turns to Diamond, and it becomes what's called Embody, which means you have to feed players to your Dynasty player. Yeah, your Dynasty player. And once you feed enough players, which you're probably going to throw all your commons, your bronzes, and most of your silvers, you just keep purchasing low-end silvers or high-end bronzes. And I think high-end bronzes put 2% into the mission, and low-end silvers put 3 or 4% in. Once it gets to 100%, you get a legend player. For the Orioles, it is Eddie Murray, who I have. Take him out. Take him out.
Nope.
Take him out anyway.
2 outs.
So, that is, if you look, there is, actually, you know what? I have it up. I'm going to go ahead and throw a link into the chat room for you guys as I throw with Marcus Stroman. Oh, thank you.
You know what I'm going to do? I was going to hit pause because I didn't want you to...
Just real quick, it is in the chat room now. That is all of the missions you can do, with the exception of the 25-man collections, because those are pretty similar. We can pause out of it now. That'll give you all the missions and who they get. Some of the missions I suggest are San Diego, which is going to be kind of expensive because people really want it, but there's a San Diego mission for innings that will get you the Matt Latos for an 89 overall. Matt Latos, which is actually a really good pitcher. But the 95 Tony Gwynn comes up after that, who is by far the best right fielder in the game, outside of maybe Harper.
A lot of people loving that Ichiro
The 93
as well.
Ichiro, which is a low innings count, I believe. The Ozzie Smith that I have was only 600 innings as the Cardinals. So, again, just a bunch of guys that you can get. For you guys that don't like to spend a lot of money, that's absolutely okay. That is what those grind missions are for. You can build an entire team out of those grind missions.
But also those rookie flashbacks you can get doing the 25-man missions. I want to say almost all of them you can do for under $1,000.
Yes, absolutely.
I would highly recommend the Celta Lamacchia by doing the Red Sox. Chris Sale doing the White Sox.
Ooh.
Wow. I'm going to blame that one on lag.
I hope.
Yeah, those are the two. I also like the Scott Kazmir.
Oh, the Kazmir.
He's
The
looking
Kazmir
nice.
has a running fastball and a two-seam fastball. As his two fastballs, really nice, like really money in terms of a lefty with some speed.
And a tricky windup. Like a
Yep.
deceiving windup if you're hitting. Matt Kemp flashback is also a beast. Yes, MVP at 90805.
That Salta Lamacchia may be the best 25-man reward there is.
I like that Sale.
Yes, the 82 sale is nice too.
So then you're saying I couldn't have him as my starter, right? So now I couldn't put them both in the lineup at the same time.
No, you couldn't. You'd have to pick one or the other. So the cool thing about that is, like you said, the Sale 82. With the exception of his walks over 9 rating, his Ks and hits are like 99. So again, something you want to look for. I see you dancing. Trust me. You think I'm not looking? Got him.
Get down. Oh!
That LaCroix arm, baby.
This almost got it out for Carl Crawford.
That wasn't Crawford, was it? Oh wow, it was. I thought because of the.
And I'm swinging at garbage.
I thought because of the 80, the other steal was higher. I might be thinking of base running aggressiveness.
Then I'm swinging at garbage
yeah,
because I'm very upset with the umpire right now.
Take advantage of frustration.
I'm going to have Sale come in to pitch against Eddie Murray.
Eddie Murray is a switch hitter. I don't think you want to do that.
Sorry. It's Chris Sale. I got you.
That's another plus on Lindor. I know we were talking about him earlier. Lindor for shortstop, while his arm might not be the best, hits the same against lefties and righties. You always want to look for even ratings if you're not going to platoon a guy.
And he's got speed.
Oh, man. I was just out ahead of that. I'm really hoping you close your eyes on that one. Nope, not that one. Come on, get there, Adam. Nice DP.
Nice.
There, that sinker is really tough to read.
Yeah.
And it's got a.
Oh,
was it change up? Yeah, but I mean the combination.
Yeah, you were out so far ahead. Yeah. You were out so far ahead. I figured I'd risk it. Yeah, that sinker thing moves.
That's 92, and it's really it's just tough to read out of the hand. Nice little curveball.
And right now his curveball is more up and down, to side like it was earlier in the game.
I do like that the individual pitch breaks change a lot this year.
Yeah. Like, especially during
nice pitch. My team name is the Baltimore Pitches and Bows Splash Brothers.
Throw them bows. What are we going into the sixth here?
Bottom six, yeah.
Bottom six. Jose Abreu. Light up the Capitol.
He's not hitting the Capitol. Who hit the bomb earlier? Was it Abreu that hit the bomb earlier, right?
No, it was JD Martinez, right? I think it was JD.
Oh, yeah. Now, again, that was a fastball that got a little, didn't get as low as I wanted to get, so.
Throw me something where you want it to get as low as
That's what that first fastball was supposed to get, that fastball there. And again.
Another ball. Ugh. This has been my new thing, swinging at pitches way too far. Whoa, it's weird. In the history, it shows it as like
no, you can't do that. You can't look at that. You gotta look at like the.
Run, Jose Abreu, you ain't fast. You ain't fast. Just get there.
You see Marquez running up the ball. You're like, this is not gonna end well.
Chris Bryant, 0 for 2, both solid hits though. Line out to the third baseman, line out to the shortstop. Probably just gonna try to hit home run with him right here.
Bomb.
Good cut. Bomb cut though.
Where I wanted that. Yep.
Get up.
Supposed to get higher.
Get up.
That's unfortunate.
Bomb cut. What'd I say? I wanted a bomb, hit bomb.
I'm going to guess
Funny
that
part,
is
move
inside
my
third, probably not high enough. Yep, look at that. That's terrible.
Also, move my PCI up there. Right.
Did you?
The pitch.
Well, I mean, even look at where the pitch is. The pitch isn't high.
I know.
No kidding.
Spot, bro. What are you going to do? 6-1.
Might have to go off the Paul's pitching. Carpenter just hit one. Yep.
Is that
That's
out?
gone.
Is that going to be out?
Yep.
Deep. 405. Get out of pump.
Again, but see, that's just pitches that I'm aiming high and missing on. Need to go calm him down. Easy, Marcus.
Can I get a shout out? Can I get a shout out to the? Come on, Twitter, load faster. Can I get a shout out to the percentage of people that thought I was gonna drop 7?
Drop 7? Well, it's only 6 so far. Remember, we're up 6 right now. Now we're not mercy ruled yet.
12% said I would beat you by 5 to 9 runs. So. Mercy rule's coming up and it's close.
Not far away. Yep.
You can feel it. Can you feel the mercy rule coming up?
Oh, a lot of fastballs.
Is it creeping?
It's in the back of the head. Not there yet. Not there yet.
It should be. Oh my god. I played Darth Obvious like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, probably by now. Dropped 9. He scored 1 in the first. I dropped 9 on him in the bottom of the first. Took me 7 more innings to put the mercy rule in him.
You dropped 9. You're just sitting there like playing with him for like another 3 innings.
I was so angry. So angry. I just wanted to end it. Oh my god. Imagine I missed a homer foul to the left field line, and I would have put one out to right. Would have been amazing.
But But,
Didn't happen, but would have been amazing.
Or he just ground to short.
He's going to throw it away.
That's Ozzy. Ozzy's not throwing that ball away.
Threw it a little short. Could have short hopped it in there.
Oh, is Corey Kluber still hitting? You gotta get the logo up on the helmet.
Man. Look, man. I got it on the hat. Isn't that
No,
enough?
I need it on the helmet, buddy.
I think it's on the hat. Contact. I mean, I swing normal swing. I'm lying when I say contact, even with the pitcher.
Whoa! Oh, Ozzy throws it
away. What I tell you? I told you, Ozzy Smith looking like he's gonna make it.
Are you kidding me? Ozzy
3 for 3, a triple, 2 singles.
Ozzy letting me down. That's unfortunate. I've got Odubel Herrera sitting on the bench, just going, you know what? I can do that.
I got a 4-speed pitcher on first base with my 97 speed.
That's what I need. That's what I need a lot of.
So we're gonna have to put it out of the park. Nope.
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I just station to station.
Carl Crawford 4 for 4.
Yeah, Crawford's good. I'm starting to rethink my cargo. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with him. Okay.
Shout out to the 12%ers.
How many were doing the mercy rule, by the way? Eddie Murray.
28%.
It's second.
Oh, wow. For only needing 1 out. Oh no! I thought that was 2 outs.
Yeah.
3-run yak bomb puts us real close to the mercy rule. Just saying.
3-run yak bomb puts you on the.
Don't throw it high.
On the. Uh-oh.
I don't think it's got the distance. Doesn't have the distance. No.
It's okay. You're right. It doesn't. Best third baseman in the game right now, Mike Schmidt. Yep.
Is he?
Without question.
I haven't.
Chipper's close.
He's got like 99
Chipper's
power
close.
against
But
both,
the thing is, Schmidt's got the defense and the power. So.
I want that Chipper. I really don't care. I also want that.
That Ripken is so nice. I'm not gonna lie.
He's a shortstop.
He's a shortstop with third base eligibility.
So you're gonna play him in Machado.
Of course I am.
Makes sense.
Ozzy's got no chance that ever happens.
You got that salty?
Yeah, I got the salty in. Hitting that 6-run bomb.
I'm not letting you hit it. I'm going to do everything in my power to not let you hit it slowly.
The 6-run bomb with Salty, like the 8-run bomb with Cecil Fielder back in Jock Jams days.
First off, Cecil Fielder is a monster.
Yes, he is.
I'm not going to lie. You got a lot of that one.
Oh, how does Crawford get to that amazing speed?
Not going to lie. Kyle Crawford just threw his hand above his head.
Crawford was like, I'm going to bunt cheese you down the third base line here.
I really want that.
Yeah, the chipper's nice.
Batting stance also looks on point.
Well, that's what I'm hoping with the cow. I'm hoping there's a bug in the cow that every at bat he comes up with like a different random stance.
How do you have an eye good enough to read that?
It's not my eye. It's just my over patience. I'm overly patient. That's the scouting report. That's a beautiful changeup.
It's a nasty changeup.
Not gonna lie, that is a beautiful changeup.
Also, just want to say, I am not one of these dirt dog kids out here. Usually, if I throw it outside of the strike zone, it's an accident.
No, I throw it outside the strike zone all the time. When I throw it in the strike zone, it's an accident, unfortunately.
I'm trying to hit the corners or trying.
Well, yeah, I still want to hit the corners,
when
I throw like a 2-seamer inside, I don't want the corner. I want,
right. I'm not one of these kids throwing 12 to 6 curveballs, like intentionally bouncing them in the dirt.
I'll do that once in a while. If I'm up 0-2, I'll do that.
But if you got an up 0-2, I don't know.
Oh no, I'm not doing that like first pitch. No.
Yeah. And now he does it first pitch. I'm looking for something up and in.
Oh, you're wrong. Yep.
And you go low and away. Try to fight it off. Again, something I probably should not have swung at all, but
it's against your off speed.
Go up and in.
Am I? Am I going to go up and in?
I don't know. I thought you were, but apparently you didn't have the confidence.
No, I don't. I've missed up and in too many times today.
Oh.
It's like the
foul.
Hit him, the first base coach. Magruder, tackle him. All right, Let's see here. How can we tease you to swing on that pitch right there? You sure about that? You're not gonna happen until I miss and put it right in the middle of the zone there, like that.
Like that, yeah. I'll take 2.
It's a very, very large outfield. Adam Jones not the choice in center field for this field. And with I have Kiermaier sitting on my bench, by the way. Should have went in this game as soon as I saw you pick Capitol Field.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought maybe you think I'd go back there and swing for it.
Nope. Ooh.
Ooh, that's a. How many times can I? How many times can I go back there?
Probably 0 more.
You think?
But I was thinking more 0 more because I don't think you're gonna hit the spot.
That's what I wanted. That was what I was waiting for. To throw the 2-seamer and have you look at it.
Unbelievable. I was looking in the right spot.
Yeah, that one dropped a little load too. Miggy? Miggy? No, I mean that defense. You gotta have some defense at third base.
No, you can't play Miggy at third base. I mean, don't worry. I like it. If your team's legit and you can like live with letting up a bunch of errors,
yeah,
fine.
Like if you can get up 7-1 and not worry about errors. Oh, I wanted that one badly.
I needed. I know what's going on. Don't worry. I'm already well aware of how this game already is over.
He's feeling it now. I mean, this is turning into a clinic out there.
I'm just using you to get my complete game.
Oh, is that right?
Dude, you probably could have.
I was thinking about it. I was like, Crawford's arm, kind of jogging out there, you know. Might have to try Kiermaier.
That got high.
Ooh, JD Martinez playing deep on Cargo on the default shift.
That's respect right there. Gonna get this DP, roll it up, go to the 9th, or bottom of the 8th, see what's up. Blue.
Catcher indifference. Fielder indifference. Yep.
Catcher's indifference. I'll allow it.
77 fielding, 72 arm strength. Yeah, I'm still not sure about that.
Get them pop-ups. So how far back should I be? About that
far
back?
Although on my screen you jumped around a little bit.
I was like real worried that it was going to drop.
Crisscross in left field.
Should I throw you another low and away?
Yeah, love the low and away sinker. That was low middle sinker.
Wasn't supposed to be there.
Mm-hmm. You saw him.
I don't know how to throw back there. X.
Oh.
Yeah.
Throw the ball. How many times did you tap? Did you maybe double tap it and throw cancel it?
I don't know, like 7, 10, 9.
Well, if it's an odd number, you're good. If it's an even number, then you cancel it.
Huh. How'd I do that?
I have no idea. I've never throw cancel
look back
off. You
no?
didn't look back, though, did you? No, you didn't. Don't lie. How did he look back? No, well, his head. Go! Are you kidding me?
His head, L2 and
L2
down.
and down on the stick,
On the
and he
D-pad.
looked back at second base.
Yeah.
Like did the whole screen change look back?
Oh, right now? If you're not even
Yeah.
in the thing? Oh, no, not that. I'm just seeing his head move back.
No,
Have
I
you
see
seen
his head move back. Yeah, you don't have to push down. You just hold
That's
L2.
creepy.
He'll look back without holding down. Yeah.
That's creepy. Guys, I'm really starting to get worried that we're not going to get the mercy rule. Holy God, we're at 96 pitches. I'm more worried about not getting the complete game now. No.
Oh, and he dropped it.
I had
Yep.
it loaded up with a perfect
Ready
throw,
to go,
too.
weren't you?
I had you dead to rights. That's like he's going to go for it. God, I wanted this complete game. Yo, can I hit pause, please? Crash. Davis.
Crash.
Let's go to the bullpen.
Do you have it? The question is, do you have it?
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing.
Ooh, that's ballsy. That's
Wow.
huge brass balls you have on your side to throw a down the middle slider. I thought for sure that was going outside.
That missed. That missed the spot by about a mile and a
Wow.
half.
Big, huge, and then to come back with a high slider?
Also missed by about
Oh,
a
my
mile
Lord.
and a half.
Wow, that's insanity right there. Oh, and I popped it up.
That's
wow.
more like what I was
Go back,
looking for.
Go back, even though it's a 2 outs. Drop it. Please drop it.
That's more in the vicinity of what I was
Yeah,
looking for.
I will tell you, though, I was
No.
worried there for a second. I was like, I can't. Well, the first one I thought was
first one
outside. I thought the fastball was going out that way, so.
The first one I wanted in more. It was like the right height, but I wanted it in more. The second one I wanted low and in, but it went high.
Gotcha, okay. Hold on. Chris Davis can't play second base.
Hey man, didn't Owen play someone who had Fred McGriff
Did
play
he?
second?
I can't do it. Just can't do it. I don't have that kind. I mean, I'm down 7-2. Don't get me wrong, but I don't have that kind of faith. Oh, here he comes, salty dalty do.
No, don't.
No, because I had Britton already warm. You get to see a little
looked.
Zach Britton.
Can you see the other teams?
I don't
bench
remember the
players?
bench. You could last year. I have not figured a way to do it this year, unfortunately.
First bunt, get out, call it a day.
I don't know. Maybe go yard with Salty? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Ooh,
Oh, look at that
soft,
6
soft
hole.
will mock you.
I think
Ain't playing
30
around.
contact and 30 power and going 6 hole.
Corey Kluber going for that CG.
I mean, it's gotta be the bunt def. Gotta be
Yeah,
the
here.
sack bunt, right? At 7-2.
Ooh, going for that hit. Trying to get that hit.
Oh, that's right. You were looking at the pitch. That's right. Okay. I forgot they added that this year, or they added that this patch. If you are pitching and the guy goes to look at the pitches, or it'll take everything off. It'll take the whole HUD off the screen. Ooh, that's some good contact on that sinker.
Wow, that was way out of the zone too. Damn. What are his pitches? Sinker, slider, four seam. I need to get to Zach Britton. Let me see his windup.
I mean, it's not much. The ball's behind him the whole time, and it comes out a little weird. But his sinker slider is pretty much you're going to throw unless you throw high with a four seamer. There's your, there's your slider. That's the money shot.
I was looking high for the four seamer. Oh, Carl Crawford, 4 for 4. Can you do it again? Drops a bunt, goes crazy.
I can almost I hear you hit your microphone at that point. You're like, you need to hit that ball.
Nah, that was my chair.
Nice.
Crazy. That's gonna drop. That's gonna drop. That's gonna drop. That's gonna drop. Oh God.
Go touch the bag.
About that dough.
Eddie, go touch the bag for me, bud.
About that dough. You're playing him that way? You shifting him?
No. That was straight. That was a straight.
Wow,
Carter's got some reaction time too. Decent. Now Salty's a good defensive catcher. We're gonna let Zach hit. Zach hit a home run last year. He's not hitting one tonight. He's not hitting one tonight. Don't worry. You know what? I'm gonna see what. No, we're gonna sub him. We're gonna sub him before you get a chance to.
We're gonna check. See what that PCI was.
No, I don't need to see the PSI. Remember, it's off anyway. So.
All right.
Elo. Lango.
Look, I don't want to bring
him
in.
in.
Let me.
That's all I have in my bullpen is closers.
You couldn't hit Goose Gossage, so it doesn't matter.
What?
So I don't want to waste him.
Try and
I'm
get that
rocking like a
game.
0.90. Rocking like an 0.90 ERA with Goose.
Is that the
30
88
saves.
Goose? Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the
Oh,
fielding
went
I'm
for
talking
it.
about. Go,
Went for it with
Longo.
Brantley. What'd I say? 5? I gotta keep it with 5, right? It was 5
I
from
don't know. Ozzy's high clutch. Kluber getting tired with a 101 pitch count.
We're getting tired. Dare you. I dare you.
43 speed. Oh, that's not a good.
Even
Flat-footed.
flat-footed.
Here we go.
Flat-footed, he's gonna hose him.
Yes, off accuracy. That's what I'm talking about. That's why you get a Kevin
Yikes.
Kiermaier.
I got him on my bench. I
Should've.
can pop him in the game real quick right now. So,
What's up, Nicky Mark? Little cakes action. Oh, terrible.
oh jeez.
Oh, it came back. He came back. Run. Run, you idiot.
Oh,
Still out.
spin move.
Still out.
Got him.
Yep.
Yes.
I can't believe that
Woo.
bounced.
Get
It literally
hype.
bounced right
Get
back into the third
hype.
baseline.
Get hype. Get that deuce working. Get hype. Get hype. Can you feel it? Huh?
Oh, you tried. You were going to try to put me out with the fastball.
Trying to goose him.
You ready? I'm going to call it after you pitch it. I'm going to call the pitch after you throw it. Oh, I didn't do that, though. You ready? I know.
No,
I
that was
know
me.
it Low inside curve. Oh, fastball.
Oh, I was thinking. Funny.
That's
Low
what you're
inside curve is
thinking,
what I
because
was
that's what you
thinking.
got, Marquez. This is what you got a bunch of lefties at. Oh, there it is. Good game.
CB3. I'm not gonna lie. Tonight's show lasted a little bit
Yeah,
longer
I
than I
think
was
we
expecting.
went with the settings. I think we went a little long, and we went a little talking about it, but that's
Yeah.
why it's the beta, right?
Yeah, we want to shoot for 2 hours. We went like 2:20 right now. I won, representing the 19%. Thought I would get 5 for 9
Hashtag
runs.
the 19.
Hashtag 19%. Love you guys. Yeah, so we're going to shoot for 10 to 12 in the future. This one a little long. Next week, Paul Sporer from Fangraphs.com will be here talking Battle Royale.
Can't wait for that.
And I hope you guys like this. I had a lot of fun doing it. I assume
I
Chris
mean,
did as well.
kind of had a little fun. Didn't the
Up until-
7-2 loss kind of stung?
A little butthurt right now.
No,
but it's
I
all
was
good.
hyped. Love this.
Yeah, but we'll be back next Monday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you follow the channel here, twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer, archives over at youtube.com/ThatSportsGamer. I'll probably cut up some of this stuff, so we'll cut out the settings part, we'll cut out this game, so you can watch those separately.
Don't forget to get your teams in. Team
what else?
breakdowns. Get them into us, because we want to break more teams down. We think we've got great information, especially budget teams. If you got a budget team, hashtag team no money, send it in. We have stuff for you.
Yeah, we definitely got to do a show just on straight budget players. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer, at Millennium OS.
That's
for
me.
Chris. Yeah, Wednesday nights I stream on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments. We've got the 16 and 16 Tournament of Champions final coming up between the 1998 Yankees and 1927 Yankees. That should be fun. And Chris is streaming over on twitch.tv/Operation
Yep,
Sports.
Sundays at noon, we do a Colorado Rockies franchise that the chat controls. I actually let you guys make the trades. I let you guys make our draft picks. I was actually on my Twitter right now. There's a picture of the draft that the chat did, and we got 3 80 potential guys. With the way that it works now, 80 is the top potential, so hype about that. And we're probably going to need them because the Rockies franchise is going to be in rebuilding mode in about another month.
So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week. Take it easy.
Bye,
Say bye, Chris.
guys.